Good afternoon, guys and girls. Everything was in disarray. My lighting was all jaffed up. We just had a bank holiday, so my studio was ripped apart. I've been messing with the Linux build, so we're finally there. Thank you for hanging out and waiting for it to start. I appreciate that. Those coming in early, thank you for your time. I know your time's valuable. Any problems with the lighting or anything behind me, let me know, because I think I've got it right, but I'm not 100% sure it's going to last the entire stream. Right, today we're doing Kiborg for 2 hours roughly, and then we're going to jump into a bit of Active Matter, which is just released on Steam. So we're going to check out the optimization on that, because it did run like pig's ear on the original release. We did have it early, we are partnered with them, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be nice. It just means that we're going to talk about it as we go through it. Yeah, Kiborg's just dropped some DLC. They asked us to check it out, so we're going to do that. I'm going to rock an intro for both, so you just bear with that, and I'll sort of let you know as and when we're going to switch within the time limit. So 10 minutes, we might, you know, give you a heads up before we switch. Yeah, awesome. Okay, let's have a look what we've got going in. Right, okay, I think I'm ready for this one. Now I have got a little drink on today. Hair of the dog from the bank holiday. Monday was a little bit of a mad one, Monday night. Right guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we're jumping back into Kiborg. The DLC just dropped. Devs hit me up and said, can you check out DLC? Of course I can check out DLC. So we're jumping in and taking a look at this one. Disclosure, I didn't pay for the DLC. I was given the DLC, so therefore it doesn't mean I'm going to say anything, So it doesn't mean I'm going to say anything nice about it just because they give it to me, but we are going to be checking it out in depth today for around 2 hours. It's single player, split screen, Steam achievements, Steam cloud sharing. There's a lot of features with this game, which is why I love and support the devs. It's got Xbox controller and third-party controller support across the board. It's a $8 game on sale right now, which is ridiculous. And if you buy the Descent combo, it's only $20. So it's about a $12 DLC on its own. Let's have a look what you get in that package. So you get 3 circles of hell, which allow you to infiltrate the flooded ruins of an ancient civilization, survive the death conveyor. Is that? Yeah, conveyor. And it's in an abandoned Kenkoku factory. I hope I pronounced that right. So yeah, it looks like it's sort of run down, dark, dingy hallways and sort of indoor factory environments. There's over 10 new horrors to experience in the depths. 3 legendary bosses. That's not bad, 3 bosses, right? So we know there's a bit of a grind to get to the bosses, so that's a good amount of time now. I reckon about an 8-hour DLC this one. You've got 2 challenge modes. You've got a new difficulty level. You've got the Reckoning, which is an hour-long overdue confrontations has... Hang on. Long overdue confrontations has come. The chance to finally beat Valkov to a pulp, which is the annoying blob that talks to you as you play. So he's, yeah, I mean, he's the selling point. Let's be fair. I want to punch his face in. So we're going to be jumping in this one today. Let me just check it out. There we go. Right. So without further ado, let's jump into Kiborg. Have some fun. I'm just going to hook up my controller real quick. I've got the old blood red Xbox controller, which I will be upgrading soon. I just haven't had a chance to really think about it. If anyone recommends a decent controller, that'd be good. Oh, 40 months from the Bubblicious. Appreciate that, bruh. Right, where are we? Yeah, for 40 months. Okay, I'm hyped for this one. I want to see what it's all about. The descent sounds really cool. It's like descending into like the old warehouse and stuff. It's sort of the environments I like to kick around in. I love a lot of Stalker and stuff like that, so dark and dingy always works. Okay, my camera definitely has way too much swing on it. Let's have a look. Graphics. Ah, we're not in full screen. That's a bit weird. Okay, full screen. Resolution needs up. So none of these settings carried over, which is really weird. We turn the upscaler off. I hate upscaler. 120. We'll go for 60 just to make it kick with the new DLC. Just in case it's not optimized yet. High across the board. No motion blur. Turn motion blur off. Already off. Happy days. Soft shadows. Noise. Okay, pretty simple controller. All I'm going to do is I guess it's aiming sensitivity that's off, so I'm just going to turn that down by 2. And that's all I really want to do now. It's detected its Xbox, which is nice. I'm not going to change any of this because I never really mess with those anyway. Boom. Okay, that's a better speed there. Nice and slow, you get better visuals. And Twitch don't work as hard to give you a picture. Okay, so how do we jump into the DLC? Because I have no idea how to start this. We've got a co-op mode there now. We've got an arena. These are all new additions. Got customizable skins. Ooh, what's this? Okay, achievement page. Oh, so it just says the descent. Okay, so the descent, once you purchased it, just gets added to your lift. So I'm assuming we can go up and down now. Because descent is not ascent. We're actually ascending unless we descend from the next screen, which would make a bit of sense. So we don't touch these buttons or anything. Yeah, in my brain, I'm thinking like we're going to press something that's going to make the lift go down rather than up. But we're going to have to pick our weapons first. What upgrades are we being offered? So we've got the spine, the legs, and the left arm. I love all of these. Left arm is obviously damage, I would imagine. Yeah, so explosive with aura radius. The spine gives us 50% damage as well, but also bleed points. And the leg, I'm never really a fan of legs, you know. I'm not a agility type of guy. I'm going with thick and fast, or I'm going with heavy hitter. And I'm just going to go... Yeah, look, it seems like they're going to expand this, do you know what I mean? With more DLC later on. Which I am all for. What have we got? Pure damage, 110. Let's go with that. And I like the spike bats, or batons. Looks like a cowboy gun. And then we've got the dual wielding swords, essentially. Let's go. So this thing is a radius damage, so we have to basically finish the enemy in this radius, which isn't the easiest thing to do. We'll give it a go. Okay, all 3 of them shots counted. Now we've got this spinny thing around us, which is a bonus. Went through his block, and the man is down. Fireworks and jollies had boiled. Bow, 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 bow. If the game's loud enough, let me know. If you want it louder, you know, if it's too loud, give me a shout. We'll just bring it down just to make sure. Game's very hype. I do like this game. And again, it's just that real bare bones gameplay where you just jump in, have a bunch of fun. I'm about 6.5 hours through this one already. And that's without the DLC. So you're talking about another, what, 8 and odd hours on now, plus finishing the game. So I reckon it's going to take me about 10 to 12 hours to finish, to at least beat the third boss. So that's with DLC on top of that. Probably around 25 hours worth of gameplay easy now. And that's if you know what you're doing. We've been here from the beginning, the early release. We got Arena as well. There's a Kiborg Arena, which has now been discontinued on Steam. But if you bought it and lucky enough to own it, you did get an early preview of what this game actually has to offer. Okay, so basically this is your map. So it's going to give us the gist of it here. We've passed level 1. We've got 2, was that 3, 6... 8. So 8 across 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 8 different paths along, is it paths? Yeah, 8 different paths along 5 different sections. It would be nice if they had a on-screen display as to what these two are. Like, I get used to the symbols, but when I haven't played it for a bit, I forget what these symbols mean. So if it had like some sort of on-screen text, or even on the actual display itself, just told us what we're sort of going for. I mean, some of them are self-explanatory. This one's obviously for some sort of dog tags, and this one I guess is health. I'm not really sure. Let's go check it out. away we go. Now the trick to this one is not to hit the boss too soon. You want to level up before you get to anywhere near the boss. Okay, we've got a real bad radius here because we've got the two bots coming at us. Got to set those off. Now I've got two spinny things, which is brand new. He did the Michael Jackson. That was the best glitch I've ever seen. We did the Michael Jackson lean, boys. And to be fair, I think in my history of Kiborg, that's the first ever major glitch I've ever seen. Melee weapon durability. Stat bonus and penalty. Plus multiplier though. This one's got original energy plus 20 damage. I'm going to go with that. It looks a bit silly, but we'll take it. Get pumped. Now we've got motorbike body armor. But yeah, not game breaking, just a little bit comedic. That was pretty good. I like that. If nothing else, it gave me a bit of footage. Yeah, we're looking real serious right now. I don't think we're going to have much trouble. We're, what, second one through? Again, I don't really know what these mean. That one looks like ammo, so I'm going to go this way. So it's a risk and reward system. So as you go through, you're risking your health for the chance of sort of better loot, right? Better damage, better gear. And you're trying to basically make yourself look like an OP mech by the end of it and beat the bosses with a breeze. Not always possible, of course. But with these spinny things, as long as they last the entire game, you should be good. That. Oh, we're just one-shotting everyone right now. I don't even have to do anything. This game's got way OP since we last played it. Which I appreciate. Increased by 30% my health. Yes, please. I love this game. I don't know why. It's so simple. It's kind of dumb. But like, it just works. I love the devs for bringing this game to us. This one's got the same as before, but with arrows, which will give us even more buffs. The lighting still blows me away. You know, you've still got lighting that affects the characters and the surround. This circle's not even a full circle. This is like a quarter circle right here, or 2 quarters. I'm going to have to get the enemies to come and follow me in, which isn't going to be easy with these spinny things. Here comes one. And he's got grenades, so I can't stand still. Okay, get rid of him. And try and bring these guys in if I can. This one's pretty impossible to get the third spinner. They're just going to chief me if I'm not careful. Come closer. Move your body real close. There we go. That was a 3. That's a 4. We need 7. And let them come straight to us. Okay, one more. Oh, we... damn it. So close. Yeah, look, now we can get double. So we can go to level 2 on our Thunder God. Or level 2 on the Spine, which gives us melee damage. So I'm going with that. When I punch, I want to punch. We're also on fire right now, which is a bit worrying what that's actually going to do. Again, we can get another upgrade. Let's go for it. Let's just keep on upgrading. A database menu, which is new. We now can go through, check out combos and stuff. Special movers. We've got a Kai explosion. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. This is a game I don't mind a basic UI on either. Hang on, don't hit no one. We want to get over there. Start this thing off. And then just let them come to us. long as I've got enough ammo, we should be fine. Right. Let's stay in a circle. He's lost an arm. That guy's just exploded. Here they come. 2 more. He got flung across the screen. What I need, this guy's going to be tough because I need him to come into the circle, so we're going to have to let him come in and then run back in. Oh, wakey wakey, mate. There you go. Slap, there it is. Now I've got 3. What in the world? The little one's actually more lethal than the big ones. I barely have to do anything at this point. These are awesome. Another fridge appears from nowhere. Now we've got level 2 on both parts. So we've gone from from blue lightning to purple lightning, which is a nice visual cue. We've got whatever that thing is. I'm going to go this way. All upgrades. They always get me with this game, no matter when I come in. I just can't stop playing it. I play it in bed at night sometimes and I'll lose an hour easy. I've got another radius. There's no way I can get 4. Does it just keep going? That would be mad. Look at them. This guy's a little bit tough. I'm going to have to get him in a circle. Can I throw him in there? Oh. Got him. Just trying to stay back and not actually attack and let my boomerangs do it. Come back. Oh, we got it. There's no way I got 4. But now there's like... I think 3's the maxed out. Maybe we just do more damage now. These guys are just in and out. Combos still feel pretty awesome as well to mix up game. I think there's one left. I don't see him. If I was a douchebag, where would I be? Where's he hiding? Now we can hold X for an iron fist. How do I do that then? Well, there he is. You didn't fancy coming out, no? I dodged back. Boomeranged him. Brilliant. What we go here? Movement speed increased, and we can go with range attack. I'm going to go with that one. It does bring my melee down by 15%, but I think we're already OP in that department anyway. Hold left button and press X. Whoa! Okay, that iron fist doesn't feel like an iron fist. Because it's on the spin button as well, which is weird. Now let's try this one. Oh, now we're talking. Nice little rocket punch. So this is Valkoff, who I mentioned earlier. And the DLC does allow you to fight him, which is going to be a very interesting one. Oh, I'm going to try and get a bit more comfortable. There we go. A little further away from the screen than usual. I feel a little bit out of sorts.
Oh, the meditation chamber.
Me. I'm going to increase by 10%. That's what I'm going to do. Because I've got 3 bars out of 4, I think, on my health. Yeah, this I think is the first boss you come across, which I've never had these upgrades on the boss, so I'm not even going to attempt to go for this 7. Lots of dodging, lots of keeping out of his way. There we go. My gun's not recharged yet. I've only got 24 health right now. Come on, bro, get closer. Oh, that's filth. Yeah, I went a little bit ham there, but we did big damage, so I think that's just going to be for the win. Got greedy. Wow, with all them upgrades, that boss still punishes. I must have been trash. I don't know. That felt like really unfair. We got him down to a quarter life bar. I should have just went absolutely ham on him. But it's all good because now round 2, we get the upgrades, which are permanent. Go into your tree and you can start upgrading your tree a little bit further. What do we have here? So energy shield, which he kept knocking down actually, and 10% health recovery. Let's do that. We've got anything else we can have that's worth it? Increase my capital by 50. Rejected. Reject an implant for 50. New. I never reject implant. I'll just pick wise. Go for the wise choice. I'm going to save onto my 80 coins until we get our next lot. Trying to get a closer view of the man himself here, because you'll actually see the detail on him. It's actually hard to get the camera to swing. Ah, there you go. If I turn him a bit, you can just see here, if I swing the camera in an awkward place, you can see like his stubble looks good. He's got scars on his face. His texture on his clothes is pretty high def. His arms look pretty decent for what they are. And he's got all these like little augment marks, you know, like where you can see he's obviously got like some sort of implant that allows the attachments to join to his body. And he's got crash test dummy symbols on his trousers. Like, he's pretty awesome. He's just a bare bones character in a bare bones world doing bare bones stuff, but it all just works to come together to not be bare bones. It comes together and makes a really unique experience. It's just a side-scrolling, well, not side-scrolling, it's a 3D beat 'em up that reminds me of the side-scrolling days, but it's got this like manic system where you can put these augments on, you can put the extra augments, you can put the upgrades on, you can use different abilities and weapons, and he just becomes really strong over the sort of first stage, and then you've got like 4 more stages to go through. Is it 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 more stages to go through with 4 more massive bosses, and that's before you even get to the DLC of the Descent. Let's go with 60% damage. Now we're looking like a Power Ranger. Or is it? No, Transformer. Now we're looking like a Transformer. We've got shotgun this time. I want more ammo because my ammo was really low last time. So I'm going to go with 60% damage instead of 100, but take 5 more bullets. Now I look like a gladiator. There we go. Has lightning finish on it. Jeez, that guy just busted in half. Oh. Yeah, that does enough. Look, 60% damage, pretty heavyweight. Nice. So that glitch is if I roundhouse kick the fridge or fridges prior to them opening, that's when we do that weird lean move. So that's where the glitch is happening. So maybe the devs can see this and actually iron that one out. It probably doesn't take a lot of work, to be honest. It's a pretty comedic glitch, so I'm not overly worried. I will try and do it again before the end of this round. So a round is like your main stage, right? And then you go in for the next round, There's 8 rounds per stage, 5 stages, and I assume 5 bosses. I've never really got past the first boss. I beat him once, I continued on, and then I got oofed on the next screen because I had no health left. The health does not regenerate unless you get regeneration abilities, and that's not always guaranteed. Big damage. Counter. Big damage again. When you're not locked on, it's a little bit finicky, but doable. Okay, what we got now? So we've got the gunslinger, recharge bonus 150%. So I assume that's reload. Guardian helmet gives us more damage resistance. Regenerated health. So this is what I was saying. Regenerating health every 30 attack chain. Whether that counts for a boss, I don't know. But if we can get enough combo going prior to that, this weapon's not the ideal weapon to use. We're going to need a small knife like we had before. Okay, what's our options? We'll go this way. The game does have a banging soundtrack as well underneath the awesome sound effects, but at the minute I've turned it down because I don't want to get copyrighted. But believe me, it's kind of a cyberpunk, steampunk-esque soundtrack. It just works. It does like very much feel like the Running Man. There you go, our weapon's gone, so we can get bigger combos now. Yeah, boy. Big one coming in. Bomb counter. Drop kick. Counter. Big punch to your chin for the finish.
The fight is over. You win.
So now I get more of a health boost as I just took level 2. As I just took level 2, I get more of a health boost. I do less combo, so 25 instead of 30, to get a bigger health boost of 30 instead of 10. So now we're really ready. Ooh, we get a new sword this way. Let's go. Nice katana will do me about right now. Or a scythe, that's a good idea. Jesus. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, look at him. Monkey man. Just like a caveman. Alright, we've got going on. So we've got armor plating, I think, this way, possibly. It might be a vault. Again, they've changed the symbol since I last played. They tend to do a lot of updates for this game, which I greatly appreciate as well. The fact that devs are on the case. Big damage. Yeah, this just one-shots a lot of them on hard hit. It's really not in this game paying you at all to risk hitting someone through their hit. It's better just to counter or block. Man down, go for the finish. Oh, still good. So we've stole his implant and we're going to put it into ourselves, but we have a choice of 3, of course, depending on what he might have had. So we've got start bonus and penalty. We've got minor surgery. All bonuses to energy damage increase my effectiveness at the beginning of a battle. You restore 1 energy. Seems really poor, like 1 energy. What are you talking? Give me like 5 energy. So spine is melee durability. I'm going to go with that. Go for the durability of the melee. Now we're looking dinosaurish. Cool. Nearly hit me on the head. Burning heat. When your health is below 50%, your fire attacks ignore all enemy defenses. They cannot block. Chain dodge or a bloodlust. Ooh, hang on. Receive 60 points of fury when spending energy. I'm just going to go with this because it's the only one I really understand out of those. They didn't seem very useful, the other 2. Full speed ahead. This is our second run through right now, and we're about where we was before. We're coming up for a boss by the looks of it. Now this is a sort of gacha, if you like. It's a spin that you may or may not win, and if you lose health. So it's quite imperative you don't do it. But now if you get a win, I think you gain health. We have enough to do it, and there's a very big chance we're going to lose here. So 30% chance we're going to get it. Come on, don't be stingy. Stingy. Oh. Okay, what did we get? 300 tokens. And not even health. That's tokens now. I thought that used to be health. I'm sure that used to be health. Okay, so we're going to go this way. I could do with a health recharge from somewhere, but we're not getting it. No boss yet though, so I'm happy. We'll try and get a couple of these spinners going. Bring it, dudes. Okay, one more. Ooh, just. Ooh, he can still hit me even, so it's just counter attack. You don't have a choice. You just lose in every way, shape or form against the rocket guy, because if you smash him just before he fires a rocket, it blows up in your face. F that rocket guy. What we got? Melee, attack, movement and attack speed. We have to go with the blue, won't we? Okay, we are very dangerous on health. I wouldn't even want to attempt the boss at this point. Unless you're going to hit every counter and every dodge perfectly. You will have your guts for garters. What is that now? I think that's the bar. So the bar you can buy health from as well. But I think it's more beneficial to go to this one. I'll have to check that. But it seems like, if I remember rightly, that's how it was. So 30% more health. Which sucks, by the way. I think with the difficulty of this game, and like at least for the first 8 hours, you don't get all of your upgrades done. You can grind it, but you're still going to take that time, right? So I think that should be a 50% health regain until you get certain amount of upgrades or certain level. Then they should like half it or something. Ooh. You know he does like an unblockable in a bit where he dashes forward or whatever. Depending on what mood he's in. Yeah, that's the unblockable. Day. Oh, look at this. Nonsense. Don't even know what that was. Coming with that bleed damage on me now. Such a chief. What a great design boss. He actually keeps you on your toes the whole time. And the fact he throws in enemies now is just absolute filth. 155 coins on the second go. That's alright. It's 80 for an upgrade. We can get a couple upgrades out of that. And it only took 15 minutes to run it. So what we talk about, half an hour for 2 runs. It's really fun still. I really enjoy this game. I back it hard. It's one that I play on the back end myself as and when I get free time, which is very rare. Let's grab a couple upgrades real quick and then we'll check out if we can hit the descent up. Allows you to select the mutation before the run, not bothered. Raises generic potential to 3. Increases. So this one allows us to have level 3 upgrades. Chances of getting that early before the boss are kind of rare, so I'm not going to bother with it yet. Armored shell, of course. And that's took all of my coins because that is a very expensive upgrade. Now we have a little bit more armor. That's basically tutorial. How do we get to the descent? Bandit. But these are like a bestiary. Weapons, fair enough. One of these is going to be new, surely. Right, so how do I flick that to descent? Like, do I have to finish the game to pay the DLC? That can't be right. Doesn't have any guide to the descent, so I'm not liking that. They need to put that in. I think it should just have a switch in the lift that goes down, and now you're playing DLC, and then the other switch just goes up to the standard game, and you can run through the whole standard game and level up, and then go to DLC. Or you could just jump to DLC, you know, a little bit sort of underwhelmed and under-equipped. I don't know why they haven't done that. It just seems off, unless I'm missing it. Let me get my upgrades and then run back onto the lift and see if that helps. No good begin and start there. They're all pretty naff. I took freeze. And gun wise, we'll go with the machine gun. Does very little damage, but has a decent rate of fire. Back onto here. Like, it just buggers belief why there's no descent now. Just a button I have to press. I don't see it anywhere else. So maybe I'm being like dopey and I'm not seeing it, but I honestly can't even play the DLC until I go through the whole thing, as far as I'm concerned, which is nonsense. Not made very clear at all. Get out of here. There you go. I knew I'd get it again. Okay, so better weapon, let's do it. Hell yeah. What does that do then? Sidearm. How do we switch weapon? Ooh. So if you aim down sight, you get to use another weapon now. I didn't know you could carry two long-range weapons. That's awesome.
So when we discovered that a lot of us were corrupted by the subs.
They allow you to skip Volkov. I thought I'd better try that. But they're making loads of little small improvements that just improve the gameplay and speed of play, which I, you know, of course back. There's just like some design choices when they first roll something out. I don't know why they have to like take months to fix something. Do you know what I mean? Like, just get it right the first time. It's not hard to get a DLC in the options or whatever, which I will check as well. I'm pretty sure I have no way of starting this DLC, which doesn't sound right. You buy DLC, obviously you want to play it there and then. That's why you bought it. Yeah, they don't look healthy. Loads of mines. I better mine my step. Oh. Yes. Maximum health increase, always. Such a cool fucking character in game, I tell you. And again, they got the combat down, right? They've had like 2 games prior to this. Arena being the main mention, where they perfected combat in that as far as I was concerned. And it's just got better over time. Don't really want a weapon. Let's go this way. Mine's about to break, but I don't really fancy what they're going to have to offer because it's too random. I'd rather go for the combo. Right, let's bring them in. Triple shots. These guys blow themselves up, so as long as they're here. Yeah, I didn't get spinny things. I got this sign. Okay, this one's 7s. I should have gone with this one. Who knew? Oh, augment. Let's go.
The blood, the gore, the carnage. Oh, never gets old, doesn't it?
Shield restoration 60%. Knife damage or movement. Oh, it's got to be shield, isn't it? Purple. Okay, big monies. If it's 150 for a full up to boss fight, we just got 80 out of a box. Okay, these are weapons. I'm happy with my distance. Let's go this way. It's getting hot in the UK right now. Stuffy, you know. One of them. Start getting a bit sticky with all the lights and the fans on you. I only do another 2 months and then I go to racing anyway. Oosh, I like to spend my summer in a racing rig where it's nice and cool. Blech. That's right. He holds it sideways because he's a proper G. Big tag. Whoa! I swear he's still up in the air. That took damage. Ooh, it like freezes them. That's nice. And you can aim it. Nice addition. Very nice. It gives you a little bit more tactile feedback in what you're doing, not just spraying and praying. That's the gun we've already got. It's offering us lesser. The machine gun might be cool, but I like this. We'll keep the double trouble. It's only a 2-shot. Okay, I have no idea what that is. Let's go this way. No health being offered up yet. Oh, I know. These are the floor panels you're not allowed to stand on. Ooh. If you can get to a green, it's always beneficial. There we go, we've got a little bit of health back. I think we possibly came off a little bit better. I didn't really keep an eye on the stats as we entered. Even worse odds than last time, so they can keep it. They can absolutely keep it. So we've got bleed in there, we've got weakness, we've got venom. I'm not taking risks. That's not even worth it. F that noise. They ain't catching me in some sort of gambling sneaky. Ooh, okay, that counted for both in the middle. Got lucky there. That was a block there, and there again. He seems to do some dirty moves though. Have to play him at his own game. Not messing with them big uns. Ooh, this guy's throwing grenades. Fortunately, we want him this way. Nice. Oh, how easy this guy was before, and now he's so tough. What in the world? Love the spray and pray. He's got another one coming. For real. That does nothing to him. I think it's going to be a free combo then out. Yeah, I got myself a glow stick for my efforts. I really tried hard to unlock one of them, and that's all I got. We've got here freeze points, guardian, so that's shield resistance, maximum health. Hell yeah. And maximum health doesn't benefit us because we've got low health at the minute. So we want to actually get somewhere where we can increase that. Yes, there we go. So we're getting 30% from here.
I think Genko wasted money on these chambers. Really, everyone on this planet is
123. That's worth taking on a boss at that stage. We're probably like 2 hits deep at the moment. And there you go, boss is coming in. Yeah, we've got okay weapons. Trying to be cheeky. No! It comes out of nowhere. At least this shotgun does damage through his block, which the spray and pray does not. Okay, we're doing all right. Oh, he's trying to cheat me again. Okay, we're getting 2 upgrades plus his augment right now. Ah, he turns to rocks and then just disappears. That's awesome. Right, so we come away with 57% health, which I think our health's about 147. So almost 150, so we're pretty damaged. Let's hope we can get a little bit further. It was a G.I. Joe soundtrack. Oh. Okay, what's happening now? Camera's gone a bit around. Weird. Right. Okay, before I enter this threshold, I'm going to pour myself a quick energy drink. Camera just decides to do one when I stop touching it. I don't know what that's all about. I'm sure that's supposed to circle us or do something cool. Right, so I remember this stage because I've been here before, but not many times. It's definitely a little bit tougher. The guys are mushier, but they have different patterns. There's different enemy types, a lot more different enemy types. And you have to learn them as you go, so you're constantly taking hits, learning what they're doing. Ooh. More of the slow motion, please. And down. So B works really well on them because they come in so quick. You can just hit them all at once. Yes, now we're talking. Again, different move for a different enemy type. 60% fury, no execution melee. To enemies increases 10% for every 10% of health they have lost. But every time we damage them, that goes on to the multiplier of hitting them. I think that's what they're saying. Or your melee weapon damage. Nah, let's not do melee. Let's go this. Punch attack. Iron fist for reals. Okay, so we have two choices as usual, and now we've got a computer. Not worth it again. I mean, it's better odds. There's one less chance of... Oh, okay, let's do it. Why not? Risk it for the biscuit. You can actually die doing this. One more? Yeah. Receive new implant. Okay, let's do that. On my left arm, is there any health? Explosion damage. I like the sound of that. Well, I'm going to exit at that point. The reds don't go away, but the greens do. So you actually end up with less chance every time you redo it. So now we're on the orange tier. I.e. floor 2. Gunplay's nice. Whatever they've done to redefine the gunplay, they've done a good job. What's that he's dropping now? That's 2 out of 6. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to hold it. There is mines all around me. That's 4 out of 6. Not even close. Okay, health. All enemies take 750% damage when the heart increases your health. Recovery increased by 3. I'm going to go with that. We need to health recovery hard. And now we've got 61. This guy's cool, look. But he's the arrow now. Like, it's a proper legend.
Morgan does it again. Honestly, feels a bit boring. Where is the danger?
What we got here? I think we'll go for a weapon, shall we? We can obviously find one of them during a stage though. I'm going to go this way. If we get some health. Bam, 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 bam. What time we got? Oh, we are running through time. Okay, I'm probably going to give this another half an hour, but I need to work out the descent as well, so we'll flip through it as quick as possible. We've been doing all right, just stand back and using our shotgun. I'm going to carry on doing that. Reload's pretty quick as well. I didn't realise there's another bonus here. Okay. To be honest, it didn't actually cause us any damage. That was just probably an armor breaker, that one. By the time he comes, it reloads. We'll get him in a circle. Whoop. Okay, these guys are easy going to rack this up. They're dodging beasts. Yeah, they're not coming in a circle for some reason. We've got to get them over here. One chimps. See if we can get behind them. There you go, push him in. One more. Oh, he died outside the circle. Oh. Melee shield. Look at them legs. He's got chicken legs. Ostrich. Nah, not fancying them. Okay, maximum shields +1, armor +15. Bit more resilient, even though we've got no health anyway. Worth a go. Look at buff man. Look at him. Robo Cod. Let's roll. Where do we go from here? Is it back this way? There we go, health. You can see how the environments have dramatically changed from when you start, and each floor has a different sort of entertaining environment. This guy's pretty cool. Right, we'll go with health restore. 111. It's not enough for a boss, especially a boss I haven't fought yet. We've got gun weapons, which I don't need, or tags. Let's go tags. Aye, aye, that's a big one. We now have a shield when I aim. Big chunk of mama. Whoa. Doesn't seem like that puddle hits us. Okay, still rocking the 115 still. Getting a bit hectic though. In and out. Stay still. Last one. And then 3 more spawns, why not? Back up off me biggin. Oh. Yeah, that was just an armor damage. There's no way I'm going to take him down with them around. That was worth the 4 points of damage there. Big finish. The counter attack took half his life bar. I just want health. Damage increased by 100% though. Yeah, that's got to be the one. Universal ammo as well. All ammo fits all weapons. Weapon recycler, so 15. No, I don't want to do that. Killing an enemy restores 1 armor. Receive 60 points of fury. Spend it. No, I'm going to go with this. So every time we kill somebody, we get 1 armor back. So I'm constantly building armor up. Now we're looking very mechy. About 120 tokens with 290 tokens deep. You don't lose those. So they're always gaining when you play this game. So even if you suck at it, you can just keep going and getting upgrades, and eventually your suckage will get better and your upgrades will back you. I cannot complain about this game at all. I always have fun playing it. I'll get my chat up. Boom. Suckage, that's it. I just put an edge on anything. An age, an edge, like moistage.
They say lightning never strikes at the same place twice. But in the
weapon.
case of
Do we have a
Logan,
weapon? We need one.
Exceptions. You look positively electrified, buddy.
Alright, what's it going to give us? Oh, okay. Yes, okay, so it's quick, if not quicker, than the punch combo, so we'll go with that. It's probably not going to stun them as much or push them back. Mech on deck. What we got here? This is the bar. We can actually get health back now. So it restores 20% health, but I'm spending my in-game currency, of course. Let's do it. Can only have 1 of each. At this point, I don't care because I want to see how far we can actually push it. We're in fury mode right now. Yeah, this looks like a boss battle. Got naughtiness written all over it. What in the world? I'm doing no damage right now. Ooh, okay. You've really got to wait your turn with this one. Again, I don't know enough of the pattern to really compete. Going ham. Dodging out of there because he's trying to get hold of me. Not touchy touchy. No shotgun, which sucks. Okay, she's just burned herself into 2 and got full health. I'm assuming I can only attack her. I now got burn damage. That is some nonsense. There we go. I don't trust it though. 29 health. Oh, we did it. Yes. Okay, that's the first time I've ever met that bitch and we took it down first time. Melee plus 10 to 15. Armor, or we can go for side eye. Okay, I'm going to go for armor and melee attack. Very nice. And because there was 2, we get 2 rewards. That's even better. So now the Reaper, you deal 20% more damage, or you can receive 30%, 60% armor on movement speed increased. No, don't that. 50% more universal ammo, but the melee goes. Melee weapon lose durability 100%. So basically breaks your melee weapon. Not feeling any of these really. More damage, I guess, for less movement speed. It's the same hit on both, so 60 armor points could mean 60 on top of what I got. That would be beneficial. But then we do 20% more damage. We don't need the armor. I'm going to say yeah. Tune. Okay, we're looking real buff. We're pretty swole right now in the armor department. Okay, liking it. Where are we now? So can we get a health regain? Can I get a health regain? No, straight into another battle, which is unfair. Why not? Okay, we get these in here. Come back. There's one. He blocked all of that. Because why not? Oh, he's like a boss. I don't even know how I'm supposed to take him down. He just has red all the time. Just gotta let him come at us. Go for the dodge moves. There it is. That should count as 2, surely. What in the world of wheelies? Oh, that's just filth. They just come out of the ground. So much nonsense happening. I picked up 17 health. It did nothing. It did nothing at this point. Punch a ball in the face. Okay, we are rocking no stamina. They pretty much do damage on their travel line. Everything else they kind of suck at. Play them at their own game. Oh, they suck so hard. Look at them. Filthy little mofos. Worst thing in the game so far. Vitals. The enemy's killed. Status effect explodes, inflicting 200 points of the same status effect around them. So as I kill them, they explode and hit everyone around them, if anyone's around them. If. Increased by 20. I'm going to go with that. I think that sounds okay. Viral spread.
Well done, Morgan. Let's go ahead.
Now we've got drones pointing us in the right direction. I need health, but there is no health. We're going to have to go for the dodgy floors and hope for the best. At least it's a hit and miss opportunity to get past the stage. Yeah, this guy's just got to be avoided at all costs. No ammo for any of my weapons. Our run speed has really taken a hit. We no longer roll as far, we're slower. It's not good when you've got no health. Oh, 10 hit. So 10 is basically one hit, and these guys are lethal. This is it. I cannot see us surviving this. I'm going to have to get really lucky if that is the case. Straight through. Well, our kicks are so slow, he was able to hit me through there. But we did 2 bosses. We got 158 enemies done just in 32 minutes. So we actually were quicker paced overall. And we got 500 coins coming out of that. Implement set unlocked. Is that a skin? Whispers End defeat Whisper. Don't know what that is. Looks cool though. Right, let's see if we can find this descent. Grab a useful update. Mutation before the run, no. New. No good. Increase the resistance of build up. Increase stagger by 1. New. Allows you to throw the melee weapon. Allows you to select a primary weapon before the run. Increase durability of the melee weapon. I don't really want any of those. Increase the level of meditation, trader's smithy, armor and bar. What does that do then? Upgrade the protocol. Increase the level of meditation. So I think meditation is where you get health. So I think it's going to give me more health. So I'm going to go with that. It does seem that that's what they're saying. Shield wall. So gain 2% damage resistance. No, not yet. Unlocks burning swords. Unlocks the slam attack. Damage an area with an attack. Could be cool if it stuns them, if it puts them to sleep for a bit. I'm going to go with the swords and then maybe take that as well. And then a new combo, which is nice. And you can see here how it all sort of pans out as you go now. There's hella combos there we've got new. Be really cool and interesting to see. We will do another coverage of this game very soon. So if you haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing. Lots of Kiborg action on the channel. Let's check out this descent. So if I go back to the menu now. Oh, I would think it would be almost absolutely insane to start a DLC from having to finish the entire game to get there. So I don't know where this DLC is. They've sent it to me. I've got it. I just can't play it. I cannot find how you start it. Now it should be really simple, and unfortunately it's not. It should just be here to activate the descent, and I don't even think Steam explains it very well. I don't think there's anything on it that says how to actually activate it. Let's have a look. It just says descend where you should not. Find what you must not. Sounds like a Yoda quote. Descend where you must not. Find what you must not. Believe in not. And thou shalt not play the DLC because there's no fucking menu. Come on, bros. What is going on? I'm going to jump back in and just see if we missed anything. But I'm pretty sure we didn't. So the Descent DLC is a mystery. Yeah, I know that. Why would you tell me such boring information? Okay, so arena. These are just thingies. Like, you got all these, you know what I mean? All these options, but no DLC selector. I mean, come on. That should have been your first thing. Like, how the fuck are they going to play it? So it says descent here. Obviously, you go into here, but there's no button to, like, select the descent rather than going up in the lift, go down in the lift. I mean, it's so simple. I don't know who put this shit together where I can't even play the DLC. Surely it's through here. Just another doorway, you know? Nonsense. That's actually a really good buff. That makes my health go up. Every 3 kills, I get like 3% health. Ooh, nice. Super quick. Like here, you could change it to descent as well. There's so many like options, but it just starts the game over and over again. So I don't know where to do it. Do you know what I mean? And I'm quite clued up. I play a lot of video games, a lot of pre-releases, betas, alphas. I'm out here and I can't find the fucking DLC. So whatever the DLC is, I can't explore it until I get there. So I'm going to have to get there and rerun this part 2. So join us in part 2 to find out where the descent is, how you do it, and what the point in the DLC is. Until next time, peace out, look after yourselves, and I will give it a rating on the next one. What in the world? Why would you make a DLC you can't even fucking find? That is the most asinine, stupid idea I have ever fucking come across. My mind is blown. I think it's just endgame content. It's just more stages. I think that's what it is. It's more stages, but you have to get there because you have to go ham. Because you have to have all of the implements, otherwise you're not going to survive, right? From what I can read here, it's just constant descriptions of what it is, but there's no actual explanation as to what it is. It says there's 3 new biomes, a ton of new enemies and bosses, and new weapons. It's $7. I'm going to do like a little finish here. Have a look. Then it's just fixes. Right, so the Descent DLC seems to feature 3 new biomes, a ton of new enemies and bosses, and new weapons. Now, Steam is selling this at £7.60, which is super cheap, by the way, for a DLC. But it is endgame DLC, from what I can understand. So you have to essentially defeat the game to start the DLC. That's what I'm gathering from it, because there is no actual menu options. There's no in-game stuff. So I was a little bit stuck. So covering the DLC is quite hard, because it says the content from the new DLC becomes available only after completing the main game for the first time. It's one of them. It is one of them, bros. Why would you start DLC there? Just have an option to skip to the DLC that gives you level 50 character and go, like, at least practice it. And then you can level up your main character. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways they could have handled this better. It just really annoys me. So we're going to have to get to endgame. We're going to have to level our ass up. It's not a bad way to do DLC, but you never said it in big, bold letters across your page. You have to actually go into a post about the DLC to find out what the DLC is. That's bad. So I would say that they should have the Descent on here with a description, or at least on the Steam page that says this is how this is going to go. So yeah, we understand it now. We get it. We need to come back. I need to get better. I need to get better, level up, and then we'll test the DLC. Bro, I mean, that's some bullshit right there. Come on, sons. We're going to do the active matter now, which I'm really looking forward to. That's the main feature of the day. So we're going to rock this for about 2 hours now. Didn't update my cloud save. How dare you? There you go, it's done it now. Bring up Steam page case. I run through that. Pause the stupid video. Done. Okay, good. Ready to roll. Get your picture. I've got that bloody song in my head where the kid's like whacking his head around. Game capture. Here we go. Right, we're ready to roll. Moan and whinge over.
The highest praise. Use the raid terminal to report on the completion of your mission.
Why are you talking to me all of a sudden?
What kind of bureau?
Shut up. Right, let me get comfortable. Oh dear, it's hot as balls. There's no menu for this. Literally, when you jump in the game, you just jump straight in. So there's no like menu screen where I can do this intro. So I have to bear with while it's just standing now. I can pause it maybe. Yeah, I can pause it. It looks shit though, doesn't it? Right guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we are checking out Active Matter. Not just any Active Matter, it's the pre-release demo on Steam. You can go try it for yourself. Don't take my opinions for it. Go check it out yourself. It's worth a play. So it's available now. We're going to be checking out the optimization because it was something I had an issue with the original build. I do have the full game with some packs purchased from the actual website, which I would suggest if you want to jump into the game early and get a head start. That's where you go. Jump over to Guyz's website. And yeah, Guyz Network's website, and you can check it out there. You can buy it. It's very reasonable. It's like 20 odd quid, and you can jump in. So the demo is really in depth. It shows you the base game, but it doesn't show you all of the cool extras. There's a lot of extra game modes now. There's new menus. There's things that we're going to be covering next week that have just blown me away that they have implemented only just last week. So we're going to be jumping into that, checking it out very soon. So if you haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing because we've got a bunch of Active Matter content coming. That being said, for those who don't know what Active Matter is, it's an active PvP extraction shooter with like supernatural elements, and what would they call it? And it's set in a fractured multiverse. So it has a lot of like these like Stalker-esque what they called anomalies. So the anomalies will like mess with you. They'll sometimes throw you across the screen. Sometimes they'll ping you up in the air. Sometimes they'll just absolutely explode in your face and damage you. There is a lot in this game that hates you, but it's a fun game. It's worth playing, and I have a blast every time I jump in. So today we're just checking out the demo version. You can see it up in the top right, and we're just going to be looking into the optimization on Steam, how it runs on Linux, and just discuss the game really as a whole. So there's no review to be done here. There's no like, I'm not going to be picking the game apart in any way. Just really going in, having some fun and seeing how it runs. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, stick around to the end and enjoy the video with us. Okay, so we've got very positive reviews, over 1,000 people already. How they've actually played the game, I don't know. I guess it's just the demo reviews. Let's jump in. I need to get access to my Steam. Okay, right. So it's a online only game, so bear that in mind. It's an MMO. I doubt it. It's online PvP, online co-op, and the game demo is available now, as I say. It's got controller support, and of course you can wishlist it and follow for the release. Now the release is in about a month or two. There is Twitch drops available already, so you should be able to get yourself some loot just by watching. Let's have a look what else we've got going on for it. So it requires 16 gig RAM. Now this game is very poorly optimized, or at least it was. So that's my main interest, is does it run on Linux natively, i.e. the Steam Deck? And has it been optimized now to actually run on, sorry, I got windy pops, on a 16 gig RAM system? It's an i5 processor or Ryzen 5. And it requires a 2060 or a 5700 XT. So not too bad to jump in, but then we also had this with Greyzone. Greyzone said it only required X amount, but was poorly optimized and run like a bag of shies. So let's test it. Let's jump in. Let's test it out. Now, just full disclaimer, I am partnered with these guys. They did send out the original game way early for us to test. Those videos are coming very soon, if not already. So I'll put links in the description down below. And I have no obligation to them to say anything nice or to pick them apart for any reason. So you're just getting a full honest review by a person like yourselves who likes to play video games. That being said, let's just jump in. Right, let's go. So looking at the frame rate, we are getting around 60 frames locked on VSync, and it's running very smooth. I am actually quite impressed. This is a lot more optimized than it was last time we jumped in. And to be honest, at the minute, I'm running a 4070 on an AM4 system. So the AM5 system will be the next video, which will be the full release of this game, i.e. when we go in and check out the new game modes and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I can aim down sight. It feels very snappy and reliable. Let's change weapon real quick. We've got the Beretta. And the the game is actually modeled really well. So the items in the game reflect, and you can see my shadow reflecting on the wall there, although it does look a little bit comedic because the light is right behind me. As I move, you'll see it changes shape. You can lean, you've got jump, you've got crouch. You can't shoot inside the bunker, unfortunately, but you can see, trying to get some light on my gun. Let me go over here. There you go. You can see that the Beretta is modeled really well, and you can see the light rays, and not light rays, the lighting effects going across the barrel there as I move. But it does feel pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Pretty legit in the graphic department. Now this game's only running at medium to high settings, because like I say, the optimization was pretty poop. But we're going to push it a little bit in a bit and see what we can actually achieve from it. We're going to report the contract. We're going to grab 1,000 coins.
Now you are officially a part of the agency.
Yes.
The shelter is yours. Some of its systems and functions are still locked. To activate them, you'll need to raise your access level. Before proceeding, you must complete voice identification. Are you excited to gain your first access level?
Not really. I don't want to use voice chat. Let's do this.
That's the spirit. Unlock alpha level right now by using the monolith access terminal.
They put voices in?
No. Sorry. Team up. Follow me.
Like, they're all right, but they do make it a bit comedic, a bit cartoony. Okay, can we open this? Open the monolith, receive. Wow. Right, so we're going to jump into the map right now. I wish they'd stop talking to me. I know it's a tutorial, but I've done all this. Now we're jumping into the monolith, i.e. the portal where we're going to drop down. We're going to run through the demo. The demo actually gives you quite a bit. There's actually a tutorial prior to this. So we've got raids and we've got the hired ops. Now the Nexus battle is unlocked on my full copy of this game. If I click it, you can see here, we go to Nexus battle. You can see how the current owners of the territory. So it's like a faction-based battle, right? And then you've got your raids, which I think is just your drop and loot. And yeah, and then you've got, oh man, I wish I'd stopped doing that. There you go, mission terminal. So then you've got your hired ops, which is a new one on me, and I haven't checked it out yet. Hired ops, I think, is just missions. So win a clash. Possibly just missions, but not available in the demo anyway. So I think we can only do raids in the demo, so we'll just concentrate on raids for now. Let's see if we can accept any missions or anything. Can we use any of this? It seems like they've already done it for us. So you've got collect active matter, collection, and baseline compliance, which is complete any objective. So basically, in the demo, just do anything. But the actual game is more in depth than that. You can actually go in and select very specific missions, very specific items that you might want to collect. Oh, sorry, my throat's playing up. Yes, very specific items you might want to collect. And you can load out your equipment and stuff as you see fit. And you grow as you go, right? It's one of those. You're not really losing unless you run into a bunch of anomalies or a bunch of enemies. You're probably not going to get that. You're not going to have that much PvP problems. I find this game's pretty sound. It's beginner friendly. It's a little bit confusing when you first start because there is so many options, so many menus, and I think that's only going to get worse over time. But the actual gameplay itself, once you're in a game, is pretty simple, pretty basic. If you played any extraction shooter, you're probably going to get on okay with this one. Right, my equipment, it says I can deploy, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. We've got a bunch of spare ammo in our vest that we don't really need. We'll find it as we go. But it's definitely dropping us with a decent amount of loot. So this is our main feature. This is going to take me about 2 hours to run through. So if you guys are happy to sit with me, I'm happy to play. And we're looking forward to the full release on this on Steam because I'm hoping I can pair my Guyz account to it. it does seem that that is the way, you know, War Thunder and things like this are able to do it. World of Tanks even does it. So you can just go in and use your Steam account rather than downloading a separate launcher and a separate bunch of downloads folders that you have to allocate somewhere. You can just get it all on Steam, which is a nice touch, especially with the birth of Linux coming now, where everybody is switching over. I switched actually 5 years ago, and I've been trying ever since, and I've finally got to a stage now where I think it's worth it. Okay, press F to appear. And we are in. We've got a few ripple effects there. Yeah, this game still bangs. It's not like the most fidelity in the visuals, right? But it does it in such a way that I think they get away with it. You know, it's using DLSS. I don't think the game runs very well without it. I don't even think you'll get 60 frames on any high-spec AM4 system. If you're on AM5, maybe possibly, but that's debatable. It depends on your setup, what parts you're using, you know, things like that. But if I go over to this bush here, you'll see that it's very high def, very nice to look at. There is some judderiness I'm noticing already, but that could just be because we've just fired the game up. Okay, we're in. I think that's about loud enough. Did that just ping back at me? What? Okay, let's put a torch on. Again, on the grab. Anything we can find that we may or may not need. So it says I can't pick it up because what? Use. Why can I not catch that? Is it because I don't have a backpack? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Right, let's check the map and see what's going on. So we have point of interest, hold Alt. Okay, we've pinged it. Loads of health in this building, I just want to grab it all. Ooh, okay, shots popping. Just like in Tarkov, you want to slow your roll. You are playing online with other people in the demo, so something to bear in mind. Okay, I'm going to kill my torch. Yeah, I'm hearing it, but I'm not seeing it. There you go. I think I've got a muzzle flash over there. We know roughly where they are. We'll keep moving up. It was very far away, so maybe we'll run in on them. It seems to constantly want to notify me that I've got a torch.
Ah, Christmas. It's so dull without holidays. What if there's really a Christmas tree there?
Yeah, you can see them popping shots at each other now.
Golden gun.
I'm going to try and sneak in from behind both. They're really not interested in me right now. Yeah, that's tree people.
Strange objects began to appear around. I marked them on the map.
Hey, where are they hiding? Put myself in danger, haven't I?
We sent you a little package.
Oh,
Get to
yeah.
it first, or there will be nothing left.
Whoever was popping shots seems to have run away, and I missed where they went. So I guess we go for the package instead. Quite a good map system, I will say. The fact you just press Alt, like you do in an MMO, funny enough. And it did mention that it was an MMO, and it works really well. You just ping your position, shows up on your map, and away you go.
My sensors are trembling, and I'm simply in awe. It feels like reality itself is blooming there like a flower. Shall we take a...
Yeah, it shouldn't be far from here. That's our loot drop. We don't want anyone stealing it. Hopefully we're going to get a bag with some storage. There it is. Now in the original game I got it all set to toggles, which this one is not. What the hell? Done him. Very nice. Now we use the health. That's one thing I will say about this game. The regeneration is a little bit confusing because you'll do like health regain, let's say 6, and it will automatically do it sometimes, but other times you have to select the body part that you want to go to with it. Okay, let's just grab, can we take that? Okay, we'll drop those, we'll take that one instead. No, we can't. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to find a backpack. This loot drop didn't really have anything like... Ah, there it is. Yes, my man. Okay, awesome. Let's have a wicked crossbow. More healths and stuff. Just take all. What are you doing? Really? Really? Well, that slow things down. Just going to jump in my chat. Bear with. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate that. Right, gonna take all this stuff we left behind.
You found something very valuable. These remains
Yeah, I
you just
did.
picked up can contain useful
Valuables.
that'll give your altar various boosts.
Yeah, I'm not going in there. That's just trouble. Get the map. Where do we want to go? So if we ping this one as number 3, we'll hit number 2 first. And then if we're still in good health, we'll go for number 1, then back to the extraction. That'll work out well for me.
Unscheduled enrichment icon is blinking. I'm sure it's not a glitch, but your chance.
Yeah, I've got feet on the street. And down. I'm sure they've made this demo a little bit easier. If not, they have lightened the difficulty level against these guys. They suck the big one. Hello. Don't know what that was all about. Okay, we've got a full clip pretty much. Do you have any friends? Doesn't look like it. I can't see a loot all button just to take absolutely everything that we could possibly want. Not enough room. Can we open this? Explore the contents. There you go. We can open it up. Bandages, health packs. All good stuff. This is a really good loot right here. And then he's got the same as me, or a rifle. Take the rifle. Now it doesn't look like we can unload. Interaction list. It just says add favorites. Now I can't pop the clip out of his gun and add it to my clips. I can't take the ammo out of that clip and add it to mine. So that's a little bit of a shame, a little bit of a missed trick there. I do like that mechanic in other looter shooters. So we're doing okay right here. We've got a bunch of cool stuff. Which ammo goes where? So if we just do that. Okay, good. Great animations in this game as well. The visual fidelity is decent. So you can just drag your ammo to the clip and it'll actually animate that going in, rather than just sitting there waiting for it for the numbers to go up.
As Proust said, the real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. I've recalibrated my sensors, and voila, a new signal.
Hack the Mind Vault, what's that about? That's new. Ooh. Get more wobbly wobblies. That is the active matter. That's what the game is titled. That is what we're doing. That is the purpose of the game. We use that to buy upgrades and do things later on down the line. Okay, before I search all those, I ideally want to take... What's this one? Rookie pouch. Oh, we've already got a rookie pouch. Oh, I hate these bugs. They can do so much goddamn damage. I'm pretty sure they've got this demo on easy mode. There is no way that thing would have just stayed in the corner and let me shoot it. Okay, let's take a look. So we need to refill pretty much everything we've got now. What do we have here?
Heads up, an airdrop's touching down. Loot's
9 by 18, that's handgun ammo, I believe. Beans. Whoa!
It seems to hurt. It's good that I don't.
And as simple as that, you can get taken out. And that's what I love about this game. It keeps you on edge. You think you're winning, you think you're doing well, and then some anomaly comes up from behind, just chucks you across a rooftop, and you're done. You will come out with your basic loot as well, but you won't keep all your gear, which is a little bit of a shame. And I don't even know if the demo is going to allow for that anyway. It says unsuccessful raids, and now we've got 13 minutes to wait or something, which is diabolical. I'm sure that's not a real thing. Was that how long it took? That's how long it took. So 13 minutes we was in now. Now this is new, so I can show this, and I will be covering this a little bit more in depth in our full video next week. This is a new upgrade tree. So your character himself now, or your profile, now has upgrades, which they never had before, which does allow you to survive longer, take more brunt. There is armor in there. We also have low recoil and fast stance. So you've got a few like sort of, I like to call those my mechanics, the yellow. Then you've got all green healths, you know, different types of health buffs. You've got your blues, which is your armor and your gathering, i.e. looting. And then you've got your reds, which I consider to be anything to do with handguns, or not just handguns, anything to do with your armory. So knives, guns, swords, whatever you want to do, it's in here. So that's basically your base tree now, which I think is a nice touch. It gives us another reason to play, gives us some new loot. Right, so we're going to take a handgun.
Where you can keep your weapons, items, and other equipment.
And I don't think you could really play this game without a heavy a heavy assault weapon. So we need to take shells with us. And we need to take a handgun clip, which we do have. Just take one of my 3 down. And that's about it. I'm not going to roll with anything else. I do want to take a backpack and a small vest. Do we have a vest? Oh, we've got the pouch. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to put some body armor on. Where's my vest? I don't have a vest. Oh no! No vest. But we have the backpack and we have the side, like a man bag. Satchel. Okay, good. We can report these as we've done them already. And then we can hit raid again. It says to access the raid, fulfill the following. Successfully complete a raid in so and so. Okay, so we just go through and do that. Boom and boom. Deploy. Nice. I like it. It's simple, it's effective. It's actually quite a tough game at times. Again, I thought the difficulty had been lowered, and I think it has on the AI for the demo. It might just be because new players now have like a little bit more of a breezy time to sort of ease you into it, but the AI is very punishing. I don't think many PvP players actually worry about each other. It's more about survival with the AI, gathering the items you need to complete reports, and then leveling up your monolith. When monoliths is like, think of it like a tier list. So if you want to craft items, which you can't do in the demo, but on the full game you can craft items. To craft the next set of items and gear, you need to upgrade your monolith, which is essentially like a prestige. So every time you are leveling up, you're able to do a bunch of new stuff and use a bunch of new equipment. For me, I think the selling points to this one is the fun factor and also the visuals. I think the visuals are great. The optimization is poop up to now, but it seems like they have sorted that out. It seems very optimized. I'm playing it nice. I'm having a great time. I'm not worried about frames. I'm not getting kicked. I'm not having any issues with lag. It seems like they've sorted it out, and good, because if it's now Steam Deck compatible, or at the very least Linux compatible, that already beats what's that one called? Hang on. What's it called? Might have uninstalled it. Okay, I'm going to go Steam and have a quick look. Steam. Scroll down. It's probably in the recommended to this one. There was one that was almost felt the same. Okay, it's not in the recommended for this. So I'm going to go to Tarkov. Find it that way. There you go, Tarkov. Go down and it should come up pretty much straight away. Page 2. Arena Outbreak is the one I'm thinking of. So it very much reminds me of Arena Outbreak if Arena Outbreak was sci-fi. So it's a sci-fi version of Arena Outbreak, but with less PvP and more PvE. That's the way I look at it, and because it runs on Linux and Arena Outbreak doesn't, that already is a fail for me because I'm doing a switch, so I won't be able to play that game, nor will I be able to play Tarkov. I've tried to install Tarkov using bottles, but it didn't work. So if anyone's got a fix for that, then definitely hit me up and let me know. But I don't want to do too much where I'm going to get banned, so I'm just trying to keep it like low-key solutions.
I want want to read it to the end.
Okay, up and over. I don't think this woman adds anything. I think I might have said this before. She talks. She's okay when she's like telling you that there's a loot drop or there's some point of interest. But I don't think telling you story as you play is actually helping the story at all. It actually comes across a little bit annoying. So possibly have the story told via like cutscenes. Or if you can't do cutscenes because they're too expensive, maybe do little voice tapes. You know, voice recorder, put her on tapes. Have the tapes be found in the environment, and as I find them, if I want to listen to them, I can, or I can play them at my leisure later date because I've collected all the tapes back at the base. I don't want her to just keep interrupting my gameplay. I like the atmosphere. I like the gunplay. I like the whole, you know, getting into the combat experience. She keeps interrupting it, and I don't really like when she keeps doing that. Personally, it's just probably a personal gripe of mine. Let me know in the comments what you think down below, but for me it just takes away from something of the game by her keep interrupting. I get she's AI, I get she's your helper, you know, there's better ways to do it. Ooh, quickly search this one up. There's nothing in it. How dare you. It looks like there should be. Container, nothing. Meh. Tricked. So those balls I just run past, which I am continuing to run away from, are the things that threw us over the... There you go, there's one. Coming right for us. They're the thing that threw us over the roof in the last game. And they've done it again. Because they can. I'm not even sure you can stop these. That shotgun sounds tough. That thing's gonna, yeah, it's gonna sneak up on me.
Strange objects began to appear around. I marked them on the map.
Okay, it's called its friend. Now I've got double trouble. I don't know how you stop these. I've never been able to work them out. They're more of an annoyance than anything. I'm going to try and sneak round. Okay, rifle and rifle ammo, happy days. Yeah, electronics, that's for it there. Anything enhanced will either be for a quest, it will be high loot, you'll be able to sell it for a decent amount of money, or you can use it to, I think, craft items. So anything when you hover it, like this radio or electronics, there's this an enchanted item. I call them enhanced. So they're enchanted items, they're worth a little bit more, and they're used for different things. So definitely take those if you have the space. I'm sure there's a loot all that they're not telling us where you like left shift or you know, left shift and right click or something and you empty out the whole inventory into your bag, but I've not found it yet. Again, I'm relatively new, although we were partnered with them pretty early and we had the game on early access. It run like a bag, so we probably played it maybe a handful of times and then we just left it be until they optimized it, and it seems now that they've very much optimized it. Running beautifully right now. Great lighting. Great textures. Look at this. This is nice. Okay, so we need a plan of action. Let's take a look. So we've got a loot drop we can go get. I like the work they've done on the shadows. The fact that you can see yourself walking around, going into buildings, it reflects on the wall. It never used to be that prominent. I think the shadows were very much low res, possibly because they hadn't finished them. No loot on that one. Ambulances will always give you health, which we definitely need after being shot across the room. I've got feet on the street. Shotgun makes easy work of that guy. I think we have to quick slot. Yeah, quick slot the bandages and stuff. Also is at 88%, that's not good. Yeah, I'm looking for a hole in the fence somewhere. They're not giving it to me. Come on now. Not one crickety crack in the fence. Hang on. Take melee weapon to cut fence. I completely forgot about that. Boom. There's a strong 4-inch knife there. Completely forgot you could do that, and that was a mechanic. Ooh, okay, I'm not going in there. Madness. Okay, people popping shots.
Interesting. It seems to be hiding from the scanners. Mysteries like this. Let's see who's greedier for treasure. Us or the zone?
Don't even know what that is. Doesn't like me though, nothing in this game does. I see. Man down. Okay, that guy's on the crawl. Finished. This is great. I love this game. Ooh. Okay, someone popped a shot. It's right under me. I can't get the angle. There he is. That will teach you. Okay, whatever that is, it doesn't like me being this side, so we'll go down the top end ladder. All those guys I just took down, I've got some decent loot. Hello. Rusty carbine. There we go. So he had a knife, which we don't have. Well, we do have, but we'll take another one. And then we've got a couple clips. Awesome. Move to load vest. No goods. Okay, what's that ammo for? Can't remember what that reloads. What's that? Okay. He's guarding all the good loot. There's no real safe way to navigate this. We're just going to have to go for number 2. That parkour didn't work. That was a bit janky. Full melee. See, that's good. It tells you what button to press. If you reallocate it, I assume it changes. But the parkour there, I mean, I jumped off of a box high enough to get over the fence and vault over, and it never did. I mean, that'd be nice to add a vault into this so that the parkour works a bit better. I mean, I'm just impressed with the visuals on this game. They've done so well. Like, now it runs at 60 frames. It never dips. I'm still sitting here 60 frames, 59-ish. And it's got the fog, it's got the improved skylight. We didn't have clouds before, you know. They've improved it so much. Light rays are subtle, you know, that it feels like heat. They've done such a good job in the visual department. Yeah, it's a nice place to be. Did we pick up any health yet? I don't think we did we? And down. Such a dangerous area. Don't really have a choice. I've got to find health because we're too far away from extraction. Pretty sure it's in here. Again, this game doesn't let you wait around, so if I do options, go controls, I'm just going to put my toggles on if they've included that. Movement. Toggle crouch. That's one of those where you have to like. Ooh, we've got controller support now. That's native controller support. We didn't have that before. The crouch toggle or crouch hold. Lean. There's no lean toggle. Where's sprint? Sneak toggle. No sprint toggle either. Okay, I would like that fixed. I think everything should have a toggle. Toggle lean, toggle sprint, toggle lay on the floor, prone. Everything should have a toggle. Especially if you've got controller support native now, you know, it makes it feel so much better on a controller when you can just toggle crouch and not have to worry about it. Or like you're popping, like leaning around the corner is the worst one. Holding this and trying to get the lean on when you could just toggle it and then it's done, right? And then you don't have to worry so much.
This signal feels like it's singing. The sensors don't pick up any sound, but everything around vibrates like a string. If
That dude. Oh.
It would call just like this.
Barely see him. Yeah, he definitely wouldn't stand around like that in the original game. He would run at you full speed. I think they've dumbed him down a bit for the demo. We can't pull the door, we need a key. Pretty much all need a key. Yeah, one shot in tree, people. That's not, that's demos quality. What's going on? Unless they've made this game easier. I nearly shot a shrub then. Twig. Unless they've made the game easier overall, which we will find out next week. I'm dying to find out now. This has been dumbed down. Maybe just for the demo, who knows. But I just love the fact it's optimized now. It's now a game that competes with the other games. It never did because it was just so badly optimized. It run like ours and it used DLSS. I mean, it still does, but it's done it better now. You know, I'm not noticing any artifacts when I'm running around. I'm not seeing DLS playing up. Now, I haven't tried FSR, so I can't speak on it yet. But next week we will be on FSR and we'll compare the two. But at the minute, I'm not noticing any problems. Yeah, this feels good. The shrubbery move out of the way. Guyz is such a great company as well. They've got such a pedigree behind them. They know how to build games, you know. If it ain't fixed or, you know, there's a few features I want in it, I'm pretty sure they'll do it over time. But jump move. Feels nice. Trying to get to this waypoint. I have no idea where it is. There's a couple of loot drops along the way. Ooh, could have done without that. That was unfortunate. Oh, again. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, the frustrations are still there. The same freaking problems. They've made the game easier, but they've given you the same problems. You can't see this shit. Like, you're talking about little speckles in the air surrounded by shrubs. You cannot see it. When you do, it's too late. The same with those guys that come at you. When they're invisible and on the proper game, they really do come at you. You're trying to shoot an invisible object. They get on your nerves. Their little sprinkles should be made a lot bigger, a lot bolder, a lot more obvious, because they do frustrate the player. They frustrate me no end. But the game is good enough to not care, right? Like, I love the game. But for me, they really need to just have something a little bit more visually, because they still cause a problem. If you're under a gunfight and they're behind you, you're still going to get hit by them. If you're running through like heavy shrubbery, you're still probably not going to see them. But just make it a little bit fairer where they actually look like they should, instead of like this really dumbed down, dull colors and see-through objects. It just becomes a little bit annoying after a while. Not because it killed me. I mean, it's one of the reasons. But I just got like PTSD to when we play tested it. And it was one of the things that really frustrated me, was just the fact I kept running into stuff. And I didn't know what it was at the time. You know, you don't really know what it is until it's killed you. And then you kind of come across it in another raid. And then you sort of realize, oh, it's that thing. And it does get a little bit, it gives you player fatigue. And you don't want to fatigue on a game this early. Like, I'm in the demo, and like I say, it's dumbed down. And I think even in the demo, it's kind of feeling a little bit like they haven't fixed the player frustration error, the parkour, for instance, you know. But they've improved the back end, which is, you know, to no end the best bit. That's my favorite part of it. Okay, so can we just do like a quick refine, like a loadout that just gives me everything I need out of my inventory and we can go. There's no quick loadout. I have to drag everything across one at a time, which, yeah, not a fan. This is the problem as well. There's other looter shooters that have been around. This one came out quite long ago, really, to be honest. It's been sitting in my library for about 6 months. And yet they still haven't caught up with some of the quality of life that other games are already offering. That worries me, because although it's on par, it's not doing anything too special in the playability side of things. It's not nice enough for me to choose over others. Let me give you an example. So like if I was going to play an extraction shooter tonight, right, in my spare time, which is very valuable to me, Incursion would be the one I play, because it's AI bots, it's single player only, and it's super hella fun, and it looks and plays pretty much, you know, solid, and it's just enjoyable. I get that feels from it. Whereas this, I get frustrated, I get hot, I get bothered, I get angry. So I'm not going to choose to play it because it's going to anger me, right? It's going to frustrate me at times. It's going to cause me to rage quit, and I'm going to lose loot while I'm having this experience. So I think not to like make the game easy. I'm not saying that. They need to make it a little bit more enjoyable on the user end, where at least if we die, it's our fault. Not that you hid some shit in a bush and I run into it. That sucks. Like, I don't want to get cheated out of my life. I want to enjoy my time. Like, if a PvP player is in a bush and kills me, fair enough. But these little anomalies that are secretly hidden around and you can barely see them, they're just an inconvenience for the player. They're not a bonus to your game. They're not helping your game. You ain't fucking Stalker. Stop hiding stuff in bushes and in shrubbery that kill us. I've got enough to deal with the tree people. When they come at you at 10 a time. Okay, drop all this in here. Okay, we didn't bring a backpack, so we've got to find a backpack before we can get some proper loot. Where are we? Ah, there you go. So that looks like an evidence report, something we want to do. Okay, I found an issue with the map as well. When I right click and then press escape, it de-ticks it. And then another escape takes me out. So I'm constantly doing that instead of pressing M again. So unless you quick key M on another key, I think a lot of you will be doing that for at least the first hour of gameplay. That's another annoyance. Again, on the end user, we're getting annoyed. And that's not good when other looter shooters have done it way better for way longer. So it's not perfect. It's a mixed bag for me, but I think I'm so happy with the optimization and the visuals and the feels that I can put up with the fact that the game frustrates me. I just have to slow my pace down. It's not like Call of Duty and it's not like Tarkov. So Tarkov's is a very slow gameplay, I find, unless you've got a sniper and you're being dirty. And then you've got like, essentially like Call of Duty players that run around and camp and dodge and slide. It's not neither of those. It's in the middle, which is good, which means it does hit that Arena Outbreak vibe, but it's not as good as Arena Outbreak, you know, on the mechanics, it's not as good. I think Arena Outbreak has a lot more going for. Look at this. I hate these. They're still coming. Now this dude wants a piece. I zigged when I should have zagged there. I think we got away with it though. What in the world? Whoa! I mean, do you see what I mean by player fatigue? Like, I'm literally... That was pretty good gameplay from me. You know, we pretty much was on point. When we missed, it was because they were zipping around. It was designed that way. But we still took them down with barely any damage. I mean, I probably got, what, 80... Probably got about 80% of my health left. I might be on a bleed, I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, that's annoying. It's not fun. That's annoying that I was getting overrun and bundled in that way. And I can't even take the loot because I don't have a backpack now. Why is it not picking it up? I'm holding it. Go. Okay. This fucker, I tell you what, he sucks.
I marked them on the map.
Can't take anything. Ah. So now I'm out of ammo. And I have no health. And my extraction point, I suppose I could get to it. It doesn't open for 2 minutes. And that's just to survive. That's not even to have fun. Like, you get good and bad games. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I'm necessarily bummed out with it. I'm just saying there's little quality of life stuff that should be fixed by this point. I mean, they're already releasing a demo, which means they're ready to go. I think the optimization is perfect. They're there. The game looks good enough, plays well enough. It's just not fun enough yet. And it was the funnest game. Do you know what I mean? It's the funnest extraction shooter because of these creatures and the setting. And the, look, I can't even fight him. And the idea behind it. Do you see? Now I'm surrounded by them red things. I've got this guy on me. I'm going to run in the only direction I can run. I'm going to pull out my knife and hope for the best. And by the time I kill him, I've got these little red balls coming at me. We can't even loot him. I think they should decrease the damage that those things do when you run into them by accident, which would be the quickest fix. Or they should get rid of the visual style on those and make them more prominent so I know where they are, you know? So that you can see them and say, oh yeah, I tripped on it because I was a doof, not because it was hiding. I need a key to open the box. Joking. Okay, now the extraction's gone. We've got this one in 3 minutes. What is it in 3 minutes? As in, I've got 3 minutes to get there. I think it is. If we can make it. I personally think this game is fun enough and awesome enough to be a PvP extraction shooter on the top tier. At the minute, it's a PvE with really, really annoying mechanics of the NPCs. I think you could strip out some of the NPC fights and lean in towards the PvP loot gathering, because I can't see why I would play this over any other. And I'm a partner with them. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here to like slate the game. I'm here to get them to fix it. Whatever they've done, it's enough to impress, but it's not enough to last. This doesn't feel sweet enough. It doesn't feel refined enough, if that makes any sense.
Those question marks.
Why can't that go into there? Different clip.
Maybe it's treasure, or an alien ship, or a rare beanie baby. The probability is.
You see what she's saying? A beanie baby. She's trying to be hip. Shut up. I'm just going to switch the gun out so I know the clips fit. I've got no handgun ammo, so what I'm going to do is drop the clip for the handgun. Wow, you can't take that instead? That's nonsense. Okay. What in the world is this? That's horrible. Is that a real gun? That's a really bad looking weapon right there. It's like something you'd see in like God of War before it got textured. Yeah, I'm having some player distress. There you go. I've got shot in the balls. I have no health. I cannot attack back.
It seemed to hurt. It's good that I
This is what you want when you die. This bitch talking to me. Jesus. I feel like they've created something in the Fortnite mindset. That awful, cringe Fortnite gameplay style that these companies all seem to want to cash in on. You know, your twinkles, your tweenies. They think they're going to grow up with our game. They're going to spend all their money when they get a job on our game. Like, really, the only people playing these extraction shooters are going to be 30 years and up, religiously. You know, they're going to find one that they're going to settle in. I know a guy, my mate Korean, who just plays Grey Zone. He loves Grey Zone. I can't agree. I don't like Grey Zone. But he thinks I'm the weirdo, and I think he's the weirdo. And it's like, it's cool to have your game, right? Like, that's his game. I can't see me wanting to play this with this amount of frustration level over, like, it's not even a skill thing. Like, if someone was to say, like, my other account has a bunch of levels and a bunch of tasks done, and I have a great deal of fun with it. But it definitely isn't a game that I ever choose to play. I never look at, what's it called? I don't even know the name of it. Active Matter. I never look at Active Matter and think that's the one I want to play. I get excited to play it when I haven't played it for a while, but I never look at this game and think that's the one I'm going to jump into today. There's a bunch more options and a bunch more calmer experiences that I enjoy that I could play instead of this. Now, I'm not going to shout those out because I don't want to dent Active Matter's beginning rep, because this is not a review. This is just a take a look at the demo. But I'm already finding flaws with the demo, and if I'm finding them, then other players are going to find them. And if I go to SteamDB just to check it out, I can give you some accurate numbers. Now, this demo released, I think, what, a week ago, something along them lines. You would think you'd get quite healthy player base. Plus, in the UK right now, everybody is home from school and college. Let's have a little look, see who's playing the demo. Okay, demo. So at the moment, at present, it's not bad numbers. It's better than Incursion. 245 people in the demo right now. That's decent numbers. But it only has a 69% positive review. So overall, it's not even breaking 80% positive. And that worries me. It worries me because the things that I'm getting frustrated with, I think you guys are getting frustrated with, and probably having exactly the same issues and problems with it, where it's a good game, you enjoy it, you like to play it, but it's not one you would choose over another. And that is a massive glaring problem when you are going to release a game that is probably predominantly going to rely on season passes and in-game govins and topping up your currency. I don't know how or where their brain mindset is with how they feel about it. I mean, I'd like to get their opinions on it, because I'd be very shocked if they think it's finished. Like, it definitely isn't. The playability is not there. The fun factor's not there. It's more frustrating. It's more aggravating. It's more of a pain in the eye. It's a chore. It's a chore to play it. That's what I'm going to say. If anybody asks me, I'm going to say, yeah, it's a fun game. It's really exciting to get into it. You know, I look forward to playing it. But it can become a chore if you keep dying. It can become frustrating. And it definitely has caveats that I would watch out for. Not that it's not by any means a bad game. It just doesn't have the sex appeal that other games have. And I mean, as in what really draw you in, you know, that you just can't do anything but think about getting home from work and putting it on. This is never going to be that in its current state. Hashtag facts. And I do consider myself, like, although I get frustrated easy, I am one of the sort of people that that always wake up in a good mood, always fun, and enjoy gaming. So I'm never like off put by games. Do you know what I mean? Games can wind me up, and I can then tell you why I'm that wound up. But really, I enjoy it even when they wind me up. I'm enjoying them even when I'm moaning, right? So the fact that I get to do it now as a you know, career choice is amazing. But I do wish that they would come personally to me and talk about the experience rather than send me a code and just go from there. You don't get the full experience. I can describe stuff a lot better when we're sitting having a adult conversation. Do you know what I mean? So it'd be nice if I could get hold of the Genjin guys and actually describe what is going on with this game, because like I say, I'm so impressed with it. It's very impressive, but it's not one I would want to play. And it's just because it's so fucking frustrating. It aggravates you no end. Now you can get good games, and it does feel really nice when you get a good game. But you can have such an amazing game like we did on our first game, and then you run into just a bush and there's one of them little balls in it and you can't see it because it's invisible, and it blows you across, and it just absolutely destroys your whole fun that you were having, your excitement for extraction. It just absolutely flatlines. You just go, oh, I'm out. I'm checking out. I'm done. And there is a ton of players like me, trust me, a ton of players that have that same feel and that same lack of patience and that same instant degratification for your time spent. That's what's going to happen. You're gonna say, oh, what do I spend 80 hours a week on? Is it this? Or is it another game that I don't have that problem with, you know? I don't get them issues. I know what I'd be doing. Okay, search. What we got here? I think backpacks should be, at least early game, the cheapest thing in the game. Because without a backpack, you can't really interact with much or pick anything up. You're so limited. Like, I've got 2 slots left, and I've got no ammo.
An anomaly nearby. Scientific curiosity compels us to poke it with a stick.
They're following me. They're on me already. So 1. What is 1? Place a sensor in the designated area. Okay, hold. There's my sensor. I've snuck it in the building. Does that count? I'm assuming it does. I wish I could stop these things. I'm sure it can go through walls, no doubt. Okay, so we've got the sensor down. Now, 3 is find and eliminate the flowerman in raids. Ugh, flowerman. Okay, let's go for it. We don't have a lot of ammo. Is there no easier ones? Find and eliminate the invisible monster in a raid. Work together to destroy. No, that's not it. Where's the extraction? 5. Collect samples. That could be a thing. We could definitely collect samples. But it's waiting for me to open the door. And I'm out. F this shizam out. Yeah, I'm on the sample run. I'm going for it. This looks great. I love this game. I could play this all day in this mode, you know. If I didn't expect to be unfairly killed, I could be living in this game right now. Like I say, it's as good as Outbreak in its combat and its visual style, and it plays easier than Tarkov. Another one that's easier than Tarkov, but that's not hard really, is it? Most things are easier than Tarkov. And ooh, there you go. We're already doing it. What the fuck is that? Jeez. I think they should only do armor damage. I don't think they should do health damage.
New signals on the map. They seem to be artifacts.
And the amount of ammo you're wasting as well, just getting rid of them. They're kind of cool. Like, if they were in specific places on the map, you know, just spreading them around and dumping them.
Airdrops touching down.
Yeah.
It's up for grabs if you're quick enough.
Trying not to like moan about it too much, but it is frustrating. Okay, did I have any health there? I've got health packs. I need to quick key that, otherwise they don't work. Yes. Run in and over the fence. We are going. Don't move. The good thing is the melee's okay, but it does save you bacon, you know. The melee's pretty good. You can do pretty decent damage with it, and it is only a 4-inch knife. It sort of cuts hard like a machete. Is that the extraction now? I think that is the extraction. It's on for 20 minutes as well. We'll just hunt around this area. Let's go inside. Okay. I'm quietly positive about this now because the extraction is so close. They've done such a good job on the atmosphere as well. Like the visual style and everything that they've gone for is correct. You know, it's done perfectly. They have a lot of detail, and it's hidden detail as well. Like for instance, if you look at this chest of drawers, although it's surrounded with a horrible green icon, which is searchable, you know, you have to kind of have that. It's actually really detailed. Like if I stand back a bit and look at it, you can see it's actually got like wear and tear. They've took the time to sort of look at images on Google, things in their home, things around.
Your goddess servant, Ms. Second commands you to check that spot over there. Sorry, the zone sometimes short circuits me.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. So yeah, I mean, they've actually taken the time to research these items and then model them correctly. And that's really impressive because it's not just one thing in a bunch of stuff in a room. Each thing warrants its own existence because of the amount of attention to detail they've put into it. Even just the wornness on the chairs where asses have sat. You know, you get the impression that somebody once lived here and they're now being kicked out by these anomalies and nasties, which works. I like the atmosphere. I like the setting. I think the game itself is on the right track by all means. I just wish it was a little bit more finessed in our mechanics, what I'm doing, what I'm interacting with, how I'm interacting with it. Take out the frustration element. That is really, the fatigue element is harsh, and that's my only gripe, I think, today. I think everything else is a positive takeaway. I love the optimization on the back end. DLSS is actually beneficial. I've not actually played a game with DLSS that is this optimized in a long time, at least a year. You know, I can't really spot any artifacting anywhere from DLSS. It looks sharp, it looks clear. Even when you're running through the forest, it's not awful. You know, it's pretty good. Like there, you saw me come out and spin really quick. Technically, you should see blur. You should see unsharp textures. You can't stop that. That is what DLSS does. But if you look at it, and you're moving at a reasonable pace, to me, this looks crystal clear sharp. Whether it's coming across on stream, I don't know. But on the video, it should look a bit more high fidelity.
Those question marks on the map just keep calling to me. Maybe it's treasure.
3 people.
Or an alien ship. Or a rare beanie baby.
They never used to get scared and run away.
0.0007%.
Oh, you can see inside tree people now. That never used to be a thing. Tree people used to just be tree people. Now it's a ghoulie inside the tree, unless he's laying on top of him. He's not, that's him. But there's a guy dressed as a bush. They're now camouflaging themselves, are they? They're going full NATO. And that's not tree people, that's the actual trees that they're emulating now. Or bush. Bush people. Right, 3, what's 5? We've got collect the samples. That's the one we're going to go for. As long as I don't get too hairy up here. It's too big for me backpack. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. You get 5 of them on you. Right. They're not giving me time to heal. There's no way I would have time to heal in that situation. I had a knife. I've had no ammo. I used all my shots and connected with them. There is no way you can survive that. And I think that's a little bit unfair. The fact that you come into scenarios that you have no control over. There is no icons on the map. There is no sound cue to tell me that there is 5 fuckers around the corner. And then you just run into them, walk into them, crawl into them and get jumped. And when you get jumped, you have no way of surviving. You can't just jab yourself quick whilst you're running away from them. It doesn't work. You have to sort of slow down, take your time. You know, it's got an animation to it. You will get ganked in the back. So you can't survive that scenario where you've just got a knife and you have no way out. You can run away, but they were pretty quick. They're going to catch up to you. You're probably going to die anyway. So the options are very little in that scenario other than turn and run the opposite direction. Again, it frustrates the player. It becomes fatigue. It's not fun. And that in lies my problem with this game. It's not a bad game by any means. Like I say, once you've done all your upgrades, as you just saw, you still get your points when you leave. But it takes so much like time and effort and energy from the person who's just downloaded the game and fired it up. They're going to get very frustrated very quick. They're going to be like, for fuck's sake, it's going to take me a week just to get all of those things filled out enough so that I can survive for 5 minutes. It's very much punishing the early game. And although I would recommend it to a beginner because it's all right to play, the interface is messy. I don't like the way the interface is laid out. It's kind of boring, kind of convoluted, kind of overcrowded. None of it really flows. It's all just chucked in. Do you know what I mean? She keeps talking. I think she can be turned off. I'm going to double check. So there is tapes in the game, like I said, but she still talks anyway, so that's even more talking. He's got to stop.
Complete agency contracts to gain access to this device and its upgrades, as well as new equipment blueprints.
Shut up, woman. Reach from FMV volume. It could be that. Is it that? Play music in shelter. See, play music in raid is off by default. That makes sense. You want the raid to be atmospheric. But instead of being atmospheric, you've got this bish talking over the top who tells you very little. You've got to disable the points of interest. Uh-oh. Hang on. Bear with. Disable the point of interest. Where's... Oh, what? The sound effect for that? What do you mean, the point of interest? Not for her. Game. Streamer modes. I like the fact it's in a demo. MS second. Proximity chat is on for some reason. Why is that on? Microphone. That'll just give my position away. Oh, I got ya. MS second, yeah. Point of interest, auto scan. Other notifications. I think it's the other notifications that the problem. It's not... I don't mind... Oh, sorry. I don't mind when she tells me about something. Oh, there's a loot drop over there, or there's, you know, an anomaly. I think it's more the other stuff that she's notifying me. Again, there's no play button to know. Oh, you can turn it down though. Oh, this level of sarcasm. Yeah, make her nicer. I don't actually find her that sarcastic. It's the first one. Okay, if you say so. She is always yapping. I'm glad you agree. Other notifications. But leave the second one on, yeah? And we'll see how we get on with that. So that's just one annoyance that can be a little bit downgraded. But even then, the player fatigue for me is so high. Gear sets. Here we go. What's this? Last equipped. My equipment. Add gear set. What? Why is there not like everything that's in my inventory just goes over there? Why have I got to use these? That's going to cost me a small amount of money to use these, which is good. Crossbow game. Shotgun, MP5. Okay, I guess we go with a basic loadout. Dun, 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 dun. Now, let's unload ammo. This was something I brought up earlier. Unload ammo. When you down somebody, as in an AI soldier or a PvP, you can't unload their ammo from their inventory. So you can't take the clip out in their inventory, unload the ammo, then drag the ammo across. You have to bring it into your inventory and then hit unload ammo, which if you don't have a slot, but you want to put your ammo on, put their ammo into your box, you could do that, but they don't allow you to do that. So that was something I noticed that wasn't a good way to handle things. Okay, I want to buy more of these. So is it easy enough to do? You in the shop. There you go. It's easy enough to do. I like that. Special items. Large safe container. Beacon. 100,000. What is that? 10,000 credits. Ooh. So this is where they'll make some money, because they'll sell different editions and packs, I would imagine. Okay, jump back in. Is that Pifkius? I like that name, Pifkius. So we're 4:30, so I'm going to go till 5. I'm just going to have another couple games. They usually last about 10 to 15 minutes if I don't get wrecked. But yeah, any thoughts and opinions that you find frustrating, anything that you find that's a bonus? Would you play this over another extraction shooter? Are you playing it over another extraction shooter or a looter shooter? Are you looking forward to any upcoming looter shooters? Because I know I've got my eye on a couple. And how you feel about the release as a whole? You know, demo's available now. Most people playing demo. I have the full release, like I say, and I can vouch for the fact that I do have a good time with it overall. If you're going to add up all of the time I've spent with it, which is about 40 hours, I would say that I've had a great time. But there's not many people online, so I don't have to worry about PvP too often. Whereas I think now that it's going to go to Steam, we're going to have a lot more PvP players, and I think that's going to have even more of a repercussion with the annoyances I've had today. You know, just playing the demo brings back all of those annoyances, those bad games I've had, the times when I've been frustrated, and I just think they need to improve it, like they really do. Hey, this is like the worst place to start without a grenade right here. Quick. I'm sure there was one more. That weren't too bad. I like the visual effects. Them bad guys pretty much acted as you would expect them to. I don't think there was much dirtiness there at all. Healing up whilst gathering these, I think, could be a bonus as well. Don't know why they don't allow that. Quite a cool mechanic how it goes into your watch. And I don't know if you agree, but the fact she's not talking now has really helped the atmosphere already. I'm already feeling like I can hear my grass steps. I can hear any enemies coming. I feel I'm quite more, like I'm more aware. Is that going to burn me if I go there? Because I want those. I want that one. Let's try and touch. No, it doesn't burn. Ooh, nice. Okay, we don't actually have to capture any more active matter by missions. We've got as many as we need. Oh! The hell did that come from? I see you, I see you. Bots. Oh, get some. Okay, he's gonna have everything we need. Yeah, we've got an enchanted knife, we've got another pistol, clips for days. Don't fit my gun, but they are clips for days. We'll take those. Right. Even now, it's been a bonus. We're actually ahead, but again, the tide can turn so easy. Okay, so I can't refill that from there. I might be able to refill this there. There. That's got 8 shots. That one's empty. We'll switch that out. You see what I'm saying? Look, now I've got bugs on me. Dirty buggy bastard. Get lost. This is exactly what I'm saying. This is what Guyz need to fix. It's fucking frustrating. It's painful. It's more of a burden than fun. Exactly. It's pull your hair out time. We have a game that's as fun to play as pulling teeth. What in the world? All I did there was actually gain some ammo, actually pick up some guns, and then I get butt fucked by a bunch of bugs out of nowhere, and someone shoots me in the head with one hit left that I had before I could even heal. And even if I could heal, I still got a bunch of fucking crabby bugs on me. It's just so badly done. I mean, when I first played this game, I really loved the fact that we had all of these creatures and animals and all of this madness going on. But now, after a little while of playing other extraction shooters like Incursion, or Arena Breakout, Tarkov, even Tarkov, I get frustrated, but that's PvP frustration. I died because that guy was better. He had better loot, whatever. That's fair. This game, the AI is just not, it's not like the AI is good. It's the AI just doesn't understand. Like, if you're in your bag, leave the man fucking alone. Do you know what I mean? If you're in your bag, leave him alone. If I'm running through bushes, there shouldn't be exploding balls of death hidden in a bush. It just shouldn't be. If you've got high grass but low level enemies, that shouldn't be a thing. That's just dirty, and the invisible enemies in the game are not apparent enough where they are. They just come out of nowhere. You're trying to shoot them. You're wasting a bunch of ammo in a game where ammo is crucial. And that then becomes frustrating because you've just blown all your ammo shooting an invisible enemy that just decides to switch sides on you constantly. You kill him, and then you think, yeah, I killed him, but now I've only got half a clip left, and that's all I've got to survive. It's not that type of extraction shooter to me. If I was designing this, it's very arcadey. It's got a very cool idea. It's got a very cool setting. The graphics are decent. It's very much optimized now. But fuck me, is it boring. It's boring and you have all that. And that really drives me mad, because if anyone had stopped them and asked them and spoke to them and play tested this shit and said, this is not, people ain't going to like this. People are going to get frustrated with this one. It will have a massive boom in player base. People are playing it now. 250 people. But 250 people ain't keeping your game alive. 250 people, if that's all that are playing the demo right now. And I don't know what the top tier of that demo is. I'm going to have to double check. I don't like giving out non-facts. We'll look how many, the top amount of players it has. Active matter. Okay, so it's top tier time. It has, if I go to charts, 1,600 players at its best, at its very best. And this wasn't even lately. This was when the demo came out. So when the demo came out, it had 360 people, and then it sort of, 326 people, and then it dipped, and it kept coming back every so often. So there was about 150 go offline when they go to work, and then 150 came back from work and played it for 3 days. They never came back. They went away and they never came back. So now we're sitting at 250 players consecutively maxed out. But when the game released, it had a peak, an all-time peak of 1,600. They never came back, those players. So you could call that social media. You could call that people just testing out the game and not liking it. You could call it that they had the same issue as me, that they played the game and it wasn't for them, and they've bounced to something that's already out, already cheaper, already free, and has a better experience. So they're going to have to pull something out for this. I think my suggestions to fix this game from my displeasure is to remove all enemies that are lower than the shrubs, as in anything that's in the greenery that is lower and you cannot see it. It needs to be where those things you can't see are now more visible. Yeah, that you're still going to run into them by accident. You're still going to have that experience, but they need to be more visible. You need to get rid of those glowing balls, or at least give us a way to get rid of them. They just are an annoyance when you're running around and you're shooting at someone. Let's say you don't want one of them coming up behind you and just shooting you up into the air. Like, that's just unfair. It doesn't feel good. It's, again, Stalker does it in a way where you approach things in your own time. You negotiate the scenarios because it's risk and reward. This game does it where it just fucking butt fucks you in the back. Doesn't tell you. You don't know it's coming. It just comes out of nowhere. You can open a door and have 5 tree people jump on you. There is no sense. There is no balance in this game. And that's why it feels unfair. I was just doing my loadout. There was no bees in sight. No freaking bees. I just killed 2 people. Then all of a sudden, swarm of bees, couple dudes with guns come out of nowhere. I didn't even know where they were. Couldn't see them. Couldn't tell you if it was PvP or a PvE. And that is a problem, because in player scenarios, when you're going under heavy gunfire and there's 3 people shooting at each other trying to get the advantage, you don't want to have to worry about AI bots all around you running in and unfairly killing you. You know, it might be fun when it kills them and you get to go loot them, but that's going to be like very rare. And even then, you've still got to deal with them before you can loot those bodies. So I don't know where they're going with it. My fix is for the AI to be, let's say, stronger, but less of them. I want to very rarely bump into AI. I want to have a more of a looter extraction experience, not so much a PvE horror game experience. I feel like the game itself has kind of chucked too much in one space. So I'm either dealing with bees, I'm dealing with glowing balls, I'm dealing with things trying to attack my nutsacks, I'm trying to get away from exploding spikes, I'm getting shot by AI, I'm getting shot by, you know, extraction teams, I'm getting shot by PvP. You add all that into a very small map and it just becomes very frustrating. You're going to find most people are going to be crawling on their belly, trying to hide from everything and trying to see it come before it comes, which is really hard because it can come out of nowhere. You even have these random events on the map where things just spawn, which is lovely. It adds to the fun, I suppose. For me, they need to tone all that down. They need to really, I mean, I'm glad we can get rid of the AI woman. I do feel she's useful to give me navigation points, but I don't want her talking. So I don't know why that's a thing, why we can't pick up tape recorders and then play them later so that we can fill in the story blanks rather than actually having her just keep talking about stuff over the top. Like my man said in the chat, she does keep yapping. Hang on, let me close that. There we go. People might like this game, but not buy it because it's not on Steam yet. Well, yeah, I mean, people are playing the demo, like I say, and they might have disappeared. Like I say, the 3-day hype might have gone down because they're going to buy it later. But the problem is you can go buy it from the website. So that's not recorded in them stats at all. So the numbers that are playing now, the demo, they're not even the numbers you should be looking at or I should be really comparing anything to, because they're not the true numbers. I've got this game, the full game, and it's via a launcher. So I went to the website, you know, you can buy it there and then you can download the launcher, be playing it right now. It's about 20 odd bucks, I think, for the base game. It's a really good experience. I do like the game. I just feel like it has so many caveats with it that I don't know who's coming home from work and school and college and wanting to have that much frustration in their gameplay personally. You know, Arena Outbreak is just, it's so much fun. It's PvP pretty much across the board. You're only fighting human players or AI bots, and you kind of know where you are with it. With this one, you never know when you're going to get attacked by a bunch of bees. You never know when something's going to take a chunk out your ass. And the problem is you don't even have time during them actions to give yourself a jab and bring your health back. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag because it's too random. It's too random for the player to feel that they're getting good. It's too random for the player to feel like, you know, not frustrated. You know, it's always going to frustrate because you're always going to have random events, which kind of is part of the fun. Like, I get the random events are fun for some people, just not me. Just not me. It's because didn't release mostly. The game already has strictly PvP modes without any monsters, and they are going to add something similar to Battlefield with helis and tanks. Well, that sounds awesome. I mean, that does sound awesome. I've seen no plans of any sort of mechanics for vehicles yet, but like I say, if I bring up the game modes, which I think I can do from here, missions, yeah, so the game modes at the moment are Nexus Battle, which is like a turf war, if you like, with factions, and then you've got Hired Ops, which I believe to be your PvP you're talking about. I'm not 100% sure because I don't have any details on it. It doesn't say, which is weird. You can't even hover it and get any information, so that's again another mistrick. But raids is basically where everybody's going to be, and that's where your PvE comes in. You're getting attacked by monsters and ghoulies as you're trying to gather loot and fight PvP players as well. But the PvP only mode you're talking about is probably Hired Ops, and that's, you know, completely indoor factories and corridors and all of that sort of stuff. So it's a little bit of a different experience. We are going to be playing it next week on the full version to test that out. I just don't have time this week. Does the game have PvE modes? Just PvE? Well, kind of. I mean, at the moment, if you go download the demo now, you're going to experience PvE because that is what the raids are. Like, there's 200 people online. The chances of you getting matched up with them is very slim. So I would say that, you know, it's probably worth checking it out. Everyone should make their own mind up, like I say, and it's just, there is a lot of frustration levels with this game that other games don't have. So I don't know why anyone plays this over the other ones. And like I say, I'm partnered with them and I've got the game and I still don't play it because it's very frustrating. So I'm going to grab myself a quick gear set and we'll jump in for one more game because, you know, I do like it. The gameplay is nice. Here we go. And for me, it's a win-win. I'll tell you why I'm going to play it. I'll tell you why I'll get wrapped into it. I'll tell you why I'll cover it a lot more. Is really just for the Linux compatibility. Just the fact that you can download it from Steam on a Linux machine or a Steam Deck. It has controller support now, native controller support, and you can just jump in and play. Yeah, so someone's just said that you can play isolated raids without other people. So that's, you know, a bonus. I think that's good. As long as the loot carries across. If they're going to give you lesser loot for doing that, but it carries across to the other modes, that's a good feature. It's all locked in the demo. Oh, like I say, I have the game, I have the launcher, I've got it all installed, ready to go. I want it to cover the Steam because sometimes you can get different optimization on both. So my launcher version runs really nice, but it's not installed on this particular PC, right? It's installed on my other PC, which is just under my legs here. But this one seems very optimized, very well done. I can't fault it, you know, mechanically it's top tier, but it's not better than Arena Breakout. You know, that is very much optimized. I find that game runs super well. This one does rely on DLSS to really get those 60 frames permanently. I mean, you could stretch it to like 120 and that, but then you're getting into like frame gem and blurry grass, and you know, you're losing some of your fidelity of your visuals. I'm not really into that. All right, let's have a look. So we've not got much going on here. We've got collect active matter 15, easy enough. What's this one? Through the examination. That's the one we'll do. Number 3. Do we have number 3 on the map yet? No. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit the extraction. What's O2? Find, eliminate invisible monsters. Okay, we're just going to head in this direction. Again, see that how it disconnected? You have to press M and not press escape. 3 people. You got any friends? Right, good. Yeah, boy. What we want. Okay, that's new. Enchanted items. I think we got some task done now. Find and open containers during raids. Oh, that was it. Okay, that's easy enough. Okay, we still need a sidearm. Oh, that scared the hell out of me then. There's more than one. Up and over. They just don't give you a chance to heal up. Do you know what I mean? They're bots. They shouldn't even be that interested in you. Why's he got an axe? What the fuck? Okay, he's new. Jeez. Oh, what in the world? Motherfucker jump out of bush on me. Fair. Play, I know. Do you see what I mean though? You've got to deal with all that. You can't heal. When you're getting attacked by 3, 5 tree people, you cannot heal. They're too quick. And the problem is, they're not happy with just taking a chunk out of you and running away. If all AI did that, I wouldn't have a problem, because I know that if I turn and run after they hit me, I'm going to have a chance to sort of bandage up. But they don't understand that you've got to deal with PvP players as well. That guy just literally jumped out of a bush on me because he saw the the madness that this nutter was in. I was getting chased by this, that, and the other. I had an axe wielding tree people, and then the motherfucker in the bush just watching. He's like, "Oh yeah, jump out, finish me off, I'm done." Right? The game devs don't seem to really get that if I'm being chased by 5 tree people and an axe wielding nutter, I ain't got time to look in the bush and see the guy crouched down. I haven't got time to look on the rooftop and see the sneaky sniper about to pop me, because I'm dealing with so much AI nonsense. And I don't know where or how that's going to be negotiated in the future, but I think on release, if they're going to keep it in this state, it's going to frustrate more people. And again, I refer back to the demo stats. I think that those people that came in for a couple of days and then left and didn't come back, that, like you said, they might be out there buying the game. They might be playing it on the launcher. They might be waiting for the Steam release in a couple of months, or they just left. And I can't say for or against, because you don't have the numbers. You don't have it until it releases. Obviously, it'll do well on launch, but after launch, it's got that downfall time, and we've got to see how it levels out. But if there's enough players playing it, I'll play it, because I must be wrong. But if there's not enough players playing it, I'm going to be a little bit like, well, I kind of foresee it. They didn't fix it, and now we're stuck with it. Many people are waiting for shots. They do. A lot of people camping. Yeah, the game's kind of force you to play like a rat. It does. It forces you to sneak, creep, and attack in the dirtiest way. Otherwise, the AI is going to take a big chunk of your ass. And I mean, it's kind of fun. Like I get the appeal of it, but it's not enough appeal. Like I say, a lot of people work. A lot of people do 8-hour shifts. They come home. They want to put something on, have a great time. There's a bunch of loot shooters out here that don't punish your time. This one punishes your time. If you go in and you have that experience I just had, you leave feeling like you lost stuff. You feel like you wasted your time. You come out with some monolith. That's it. You got some monolith. That's not good. Now I've got to buy a bunch of stuff for in-game currency. I don't know. It don't feel right at the moment. It's just personal preference. It just doesn't really pop for me. Right, so what we're going to do is do isolated raid. So someone in the comments, I will answer your question specifically now. So we have open raid and we have isolated raid. So even in the demo, you can cut out the PvP element, but really you want to get used to playing with PvP, because like you saw, the ninja in the bush, that happens, and you need to be ready for it and you need to expect it. And to play the full game, you've got to have open raids, right? But isolated raid is a nicer experience. It's just you and bots. But I would imagine you get less loot. Let's have a look. So it says, enter the raids. No other operatives will interfere, but the chance of finding valuable enriched items is very much lower. So I would imagine that they're going to decrease that a lot. So we'll give it a go. Let's find out for sure. Let's jump in. Gear sets. We're going to go with 6. No, actually, I'm going to take this one this time. Bosh, because we have a few of those clips. There you go. We can take a few of these in, hopefully. And I want a backpack. And then we'll put helmet on. Don't have a sidearm. Again, I can buy pretty much what I want, because, I've got plenty of cash, but there's not really any point. It just kind of cheats the game. Let's go with a really powerful weapon. What we got? This M11. M28. Look at that beast. Ooh, flamethrower. That will handle tree people. 8 grand. I ain't got 8 grand. Jeez. When I said I got a lot of money, I meant like chump change. I got change in a couch. Okay, I'm buying the 45. I loves me a 45. I'm going to buy some clips. They're nearly 200 a piece, them clips. The clips are worth almost as much as the gun. Okay, where's my 45 gun? Item storage. Oh, how dare they. Go back to the shop and have a look. Where's it gone? My cart's empty. I swear I just bought it. Buy to storage. Oh, you have to wait and okay, there's a delay on it. Okay, do this. Item has been bought. Go back to storage. Where is all my weapons going? You can also rent equipment, which is free. Yeah, when you're poor and broke ass, you can rent the equipment. Like, you're never out of the game. Do you know what I mean? But is it a game you want to play that much? You know, that's one of the things. But it's down to personal preference. Right, I can't seem to find my 45 or anything that I just bought. So I don't know if that even counts right now. I'm going to try adding it to the cart because it seems like a glitch. I don't know what's happening now. 45. I can only buy this to storage. I can't even put it in the fucking cart. But the ammo will go into the cart. Redeem the cart. There you go. I must have the world's largest stock of 45s right now. There's the clips. I've got 8 of those, but where's the gun? Fuck it. I have no idea where it's gone. Right, let's fire up an isolated raid and jump in. Boom. You can also... Yeah, so the rented equipment, I'm not sure if there's a cost to it. I don't know if they're going to like penalize us on how much in-game currency that is, because I don't know if you run out of in-game currency, you can't rent. So I'm assuming you're going to have to put your own money into the game once you get that bummed out. And again, I don't think it's free to play, is it, this game? I think it's going to be, because I paid $20 for it. Well, I didn't pay $20 for it, but it's $20 to buy. So I assume the Steam's going to be the same. Right, so we are in. Right, so this is the isolated game, and we'll see if we can find any monolith items, and we'll see how it plays out. I'm sure I'll still get ganked by AI enemies. Again, the look of this game is proper. This is so much better than it was on the early playtests. Like, you didn't have these coats with all this detail on. You didn't have the war-torn looking wood there. You didn't have the overgrowth. None of this existed. A very plain textures, very flat. We've definitely gone in and improved the texturing. Which is wise doing it later, because it ran like a bag when it first came out. In the world is that there? Oh, it's gone now. Oh, they said there was less monolith items, but I've got enriched. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enriched items in my first cabin. So is it? I think that's pretty good. As long as they're worth the same as well. I mean, I didn't check the prices, but look, another 2. Oh yeah. Already being I spied. No world. This gun pumps. It's got a kick to it. Yeah, I'm finding like more monolith items in the single player than we found in the online. I might have just got lucky, but doesn't seem like it. You can still complete your tasks in here too. Okay. I mean, that's definitely interesting, the fact that you can play totally solo. That's a good part, because I know myself, like my boy in the chat there, I would imagine that solo is going to be the go-to, especially for new players. It's almost like a tutorial, right? But with the real element of danger. Okay, we've got one of them invisible mofos that you can never see. I think that's him there. Maybe not. Why have I got a heal now? There's crap in this game. It comes out of nowhere. Oh shit, I'm out. They just run around in a circle. Ooh. I don't have anything else, do I? Stab to your ball bag. What you get? Oh, now I'm being shot at again. So far, so good. I would probably play this in solo and just do like commentary over the solo. Even then, you've still got to deal with the nonsense though. Wow, where is that coming from? I feel like that's a snipe. Okay, I don't want to hang around here too long because I have no idea where that came from. Better loot that guy, I suppose. Again, all monolith. So, yeah. I call them monolith, but they're actually enchanted. That's what I mean by monolith. It goes towards your monolith. You get more stuff from it. That fit that? It does. So then that's probably worth dropping that one. Visuals are to die for. Like the fidelity on the guns and the equipment and just the whole feel of this game is really nice. They were talking about Unreal 5 and how we're hitting a wall with Unreal 5 and it's really just like costing the player a lot of money. I've always said like anything with 24 gig RAM expected I don't buy or play because it just plays like shit and they expect you to have a system that's way beyond most people's budget. So if you can't optimize your game, I won't play it, sort of thing. There you go. There's that same problem. You're just running along, minding your business. It wasn't even like I wasn't paying attention. I was kind of talking as I went. Look, there's one there. Look how hard that is to see. In shrubs. And earlier, I was in pure forestry, and them fuckers were under the ground. And I was being thrown all the way around the place. They're horrible. I would get rid of them in an instant. At least put them in somewhere where like you're guaranteed to see them. And if you don't, it's your fault. I get up on this rock. Look. Nonsense. They're so light and so almost impossible to detect if you're being chased. It's crazy. Hey. Now I'm going for the red over there. Don't know if I have a spare clip for my We 9 out of 10. There's too much noise. I pissed everybody off. No, take it to the knife game. Proper pokey. What? Dirty mofo. At least my items are starting to stack a bit now. Riding the quad bike on one of these might get you instantly killed. Definitely. Again, riding a quad bike or any... I don't even know how you're going to do it because the terrain isn't flat. The terrain is messy and there's rocks everywhere and there's boulders and there's like you say, them things you're going to bounce around the screen. Imagine sending you on a quad bike into the air and as you land it explodes because of damage. Then you just insta-kill. You're now insta-killed by one of them things. You go through very little, but you have to heal a lot. That makes sense. Like you only have to take 2 hits from things, and it can be anything, and you're constantly in that heal bag. Yellow rag. Guess I can take it. I love the way they die. They all just cover their face. So this is an enchanted common. That one we can take. Oh, you can only put 4 in a bundle. Yeah. Can't take any of this now. I'm maxed out. I will drop the knife though, because you know, I don't think I need another knife. Old pills or wrist. Oh, that's probably worth the most, I would say. There you go. By dropping the knife, I was able to take all of those items that were worth taking. So any equipment is going to overcumber your inventory compared to items, especially enchanted items as well, which are worth the most. Handkerchief, look, I bet I can take that. There you go. This one's maxed out though. Okay. Oh, nice little loot there. Don't know how many PPK's doing it. It's a PPK in it. My PP. Let's have a little look. It's empty. It's empty. Can we reload? No. Go in and have a look what we got. So we've got ammo for this. Got another clip here. I'll switch for that one. It's all happening behind the scenes as well, which I like. Pop that in now. I'm counting. Put that one in now. Ooh, that's sneaky, so you can't. Oh, shit. Sorry for my language. Me and you and the PP, baby. Oh, the PP's still empty. Why the PP not working? Oh, son of a... This is how you get in trouble. You try and run away from them, you end up running into more enemies. Here he is, Mr. Invisible. I think I've got a headshot there. No, he's still going. Why not? Just shank him up when he comes near. This up. Punk ass bitch. Oh, and then we're back to square one. We've got heal up. On and on and on it goes. Oh. Now that's just 2 bots as well. Do you know what I mean? In between 2 bots there, I've had to heal up. I'm going to have to redo my ammo because I am completely out. That's without PvP. You're going to chuck that in as well. You're going to chuck a bunch of harder enemies in PvP as well. Like, I don't know how we're supposed to do it, bros. I don't know what these crazy Japs are expecting of us. The Guyz team. I mean, their other games are not punishing. You know, if you play any of their other titles, you'll understand that they're quite nice, you know, especially for the Western audience. They're enjoyable. This one really is punishing. Okay, so they won't fit that, I don't think, will they? No. I've got no other, so that's why the PP's out. Okay, so at this point we are straight next to extraction and close to point. What's in the box? Yes, okay, now we've got some ammo for that. Another enchanted, but it's full. Okay, that's full, so let's take that clip out. It's not that punishing on your clips. Like I've played loot shooters, and you probably have yourself, where you need a spare slot to take the clip out, to put it in, to then take the other clip and put it into your gun. This game doesn't seem to play like that. It seems quite nice in its forgivingness, do you know what I mean? And the animation's better. You actually see the bullets going in. They have taken time to... I think the visuals are the best bit about this game. The optimization's the second best bit. And the atmosphere would be the best bit had it not had so many AI random encounters. If it doesn't have the AI random encounters, I think the atmosphere would be to die for. Right, so we've got 8 in the hole, 8 in the clip. We've got, this one needs refilling. Whoop, that one. I think it's a very calm game and I'm playing it fast paced. I think I'm wanting it to move quickly, but by moving quickly, you're just really just putting yourself in danger. I think everything comes at you, you know, you're constantly dragging other enemies that see you. It's just a really slow paced game. I don't think you're supposed to play it fast. And even in PvP, like you said, I think it's going to be a camping game. I think people are just going to find a good scope, a good, you know, snipe, save up enough money, grab the best gear, and then they're just going to sit and wait and pick people off. Steal all your good loot, make you do all the work and just reap the rewards. I can't... Yes. That's one right there. So essentially I could have been bounced onto that. Oh, and there's one there. And there's one there. I've got one left, forward and right of me, and we came from diagonal. Essentially, and there's one down there. It's too much. There's too many. They need to like sort this out, really. Look. Just not fun. They're horrible. Oh yeah, throw a fucking ball in as well. This game. Why not? Like there's not enough shit on the screen already to look at, do you know what I mean? To negotiate through. I don't even know what that was that jumped out of his skull there. Okay, moving up. I'll stay away from them things. Tree people? Not tree people. Tree people? Not tree people. Oh, fuck me, it's tree people. I'm glad he run the other way. That was and wasn't tree people. It's a mental, is what that is. Look. Stay still. They are pretty loud though. They are, yeah. I mean, you can hear them, but when you're on full sprint, too little, too late. Sometimes it jumps. It doesn't today. I'm just wanting to get past it, really. My shots don't seem to be counting. Oh my god, he's like a whippet. Fuck it. While he's in there, I'm off. I'm not burning through all my ammo for that peen-ass. Okay, let's check the ammo. Hey, yay, 2 out of 10, that's no good. Oh, what now? Just to fuck with me again. I honestly think the knife is the only way to go with those. I mean, obviously we hit him a couple of times, but the amount of wastage on the ammo, I'd rather take a hit and finish him with the knife and know he's done than just keep trying to, like, guess his direction. He sucks. Tree people suck. They've always sucked. Get some. I like the fact they've actually put a monster inside, so it's not just people running around looking like trees anymore. And we are really bad state with our ammo now. So take the clip out. Oh, I can't, can I? Pop that one in. If we can do this. That one goes in there. Right, that's 8. And then we're going to go in that one. And we're going to refill these question mark ones. No point in checking it because once you refill it, it'll be full. Very nice. Alright, let's crack on. See, this is what it's about. This reminds me of DayZ, but I'd rather play DayZ. That's my point on it. Is the fact that, I mean, even Vostok, had you played Vostok? It's a bit of a niche one, but Vostok was really good. You know, smooth like butter, didn't rely on DLSS, has great atmosphere, does everything right. Unfortunately, it's more of a solo game. Hey, where is this waypoint? That miles back there now. In the danger zone. I can't imagine driving vehicles in this, like tanks and that. I just can't see it. I know you said they're working on it, but I can't. I've not heard that, and I don't think the level design would cater for it unless they're going to have a vehicle battle mode. Okay, we're right on it, we're right on it. Here it is. Whoa! Again! Suckage is real. And there's another one just like there. Okay. What does it want me to do? Find open containers during a raid. Collect active matter. Bring it back. Okay, move back again. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like that. Health. Add to favorites. Oh, can I not drag it in? Okay, get rid of the clock. Take the health. It won't go in. Got to be better than bandages, right? Okay, it's my... Right, okay. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. So, essentially, my red health packs have run out. There's 10 in a pack. Once you use them, they still sit there. They don't disappear. I think that should automatically be discarded if it's no good to me. But I guess you can refill it when you get back to base. I'm going to switch that out. And yeah, you can't... Yeah, 0 of 10. That's pretty useless to us. I say it's pretty useless. If you find more health injectors, you can add them into it and you can carry up to 10 inside it. So it's not useless. Do you know what I mean? We'll take the full clip. And we're off. Right, now all I want to do is get to extraction and have a successful, calm extraction. We've done nearly every task above. I just need to kill one dude and get some active matter. And then we've done everything on the list. This one's open, that one's 3 minutes. I guess we could do that because we can find someone to oof at the time. Again, got to press Alt. That. Press M, otherwise it cancels, and away we go. What in the... Hello, is that a drop? Yes, okay. Shame I ain't got no room for it. Now I've got a backpack. Oh, I've already got one. Dudes. Terror Slayer. This is a massive clip compared to the one I've got, so I'm going to drop that one. There's also another gun we could have. We've got damaged ammo. Why would you want that? Cool. That weren't too bad. These are weird little additions that we never had before. I've got the noise of something, so I'm legging it. Anytime you stray from the path, I feel like there is something in all of these bushes. You know, there's something as soon as you stray off of your main path, which will get you killed in PvP, stand on them paths. You have to deal with anomalies and weirdos and monsters and beasts. Okay, 26 seconds to extraction. I can't speak. Oh, I'm going to get killed, am I? 12 seconds. Something just run up on me. Whoa, successfully extracted from a solo game. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do with the demos. Just play solo, enjoy yourself as much as possible on solo. And it's definitely worth buying. Again, it's not a high price game, so it's probably going to come out around $20, $25. If it doesn't, it'll be mad. And it'll probably have some packs that are, you know, resource heavy that cost like $30 to $40. But that's to be expected. You normally have the free tier system, unfortunately, with these sorts of games. Now, Guyz are a great company. They do really good work. They own massive franchises, or IPs, should I say. Let me just jump into their website so I can double check which ones. I don't know them all off by heart. Right, here we go. Okay, so you may have heard of some of them. They have under their IPs, they have, so under their IPs, they have Enlisted, War Thunder, they've got Crossout, they've got Modern Warships. I need to say World of Warships, it's not. Modern Warships, and they have the mobile versions of a lot of these games. So 3 or 4 of these games, mobile versions. The ones I like are Star Conflict, Cuisine Royale, which is a really old school Battle Royale. I love Enlisted. I think it's great, really fun. War Thunder's my favourite, and then you've got Active Matter that's now releasing. Crossout is something I've always wanted to get into, but never had a chance. But they own a lot of IPs, and they know what they're doing. They have a great pedigree, and I think they have the opportunity to make something good here, something great, something worth your time and effort. And I just feel like we're losing the mark a little bit with the amount of player frustration. That is the worst bit about it. And I really didn't want to knock it today because I just thought the optimization was so great. The visuals are so awesome. The game plays so well. I'm winning. I'm getting a bunch of loot here. So I can do all of those and grab all of that stuff. And we can then drop our stuff off as well. If we go over here, not now, where is it? Do I just do that? Yeah, so I've got drop all content from backpack, and I should be able to transfer it to my, where's my stash? Where's my mustache? Items in storage, here we go. So I'm just going to drag all of this over. It says drop all, but I'm not trusting that button to actually not drop it on the floor. Should we press it? Ah, there you go. Sweet. So drop all the content, bosh. Now everything's in my storage. It's as easy as that. And that's it. So along the lines of, I guess the best way to describe it is a hype version of Outbreak, I think. So Tarkov spawned Outbreak. Outbreak I consider to be the better game than Tarkov when it comes to beginner-friendly usability. But Tarkov is the better atmosphere, the more dramatic, and the more, you know, harder to play. I feel like this is on the easy scale. So it's on the easy scale to play, but it has really opened my eyes to the misfortunes of the AI. Unfortunately, instead of having just soldiers shooting at you, you have to deal with all these different enemies with all their different play styles, all their different attack patterns, and they just come out of nowhere. I think that's the worst bit. The thing that you just run into something, you get absolutely wrecked, or something jumps out on you, or a bunch of bees show up and just kick your ass. That's really annoying. So I don't know if they can just tone that down a bit, move them into specific places. So if you have to go into like zone 1, you're going to get hit by a bunch of bees, you know, and you know that because zone 1 always has bees in it. So like maybe they could do that, and then we actually know what's coming. We can prepare for it, make sure we've got the right equipment, you know, figure it out. It's by no means a quick game, and on solo, it doesn't actually rush you to end the game. You know, you can take your time, you can take it at your own pace, and I found that a better pace in not worrying about the PvP. So I think for me, I'm probably going to play the PvE a lot more, especially to start with, like most of you guys, and sort of find my feet with it again and then go PvP. The PvP, I probably will play just PvP without any AI enemies, because if that can be done, which I assume it can, I'm going to be checking next week, I'm going to have a great time, because PvP, I know anything that moves I kill, and anything that is going to be killing me is going to shoot from a distance. That's going to work a lot better than the AI enemies with PvP. That, although they say that they're going to give you better rewards, I don't feel that the risk and reward is worth it, because you're dying way more. So I'm going to play PvE, or I'm going to be playing PvP. I'm not going to be playing PvPvE. I'm not going to be playing that mode because it's just way too punishing. So for me, it's still a win. It's still a great game, and still a great game. I can't speak. Still a great game, and the big PvP game. That's it. It's still a great game, and they definitely have optimized it since release a lot. Like, this game wouldn't even run on my system. Now I'm getting 60 frames the entire day, and that's just on a demo. So give it another 6 months of, you know, back-end work, updates, you know, cool stuff. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. There is a massive learning curve to it. Yeah, so my man just posted, learning curve to fight monsters. Yeah, sometimes they come out of nowhere, but I will learn the maps and avoid them. Yeah. I mean, that is it. So it does have I guess, a high learning curve, but I don't see the player reward for it personally. Like, I don't see why I would want to do that. Personally, I want to jump in, I want to have some fun. So that's PvE or PvP. I'm probably going to just stay in PvP eventually, but look, you know, get my wings in PvE and then move on to PvP. I can't see me actually wanting to fight monsters and people at the same time ever. So I'm just going to probably leave that mode out. I don't care about the rewards. Unless there's like weekly and daily challenges that justify me possibly dying and losing all my shit. I can't imagine them giving me anything back that's worth that effort. So I'm probably just going to stay in PvE and PvP. But each to their own, right? So you guys might love that scenario. You might love the challenge. You might be better at games than me. Do you know what I mean? So you might really enjoy that side of things. But for me today, I got really frustrated. I got really hung up. I hit a wall where I was like, I don't know if I can get through this wall. Do you know what I mean? These games are so frustrating at times. Walking over things you can't even see. Yes, you can hear them barely, but at full sprint, you've got the crunch of the forestry under your feet and you can't really see them. So you're getting thrown across the screen. Then you're landing on another one, unfortunate. Thrown across the screen again. Then there's a bot that's in you. Now he's attacking you and then fucking bees come in. You just get overwhelmed. And I think that's just frustrating. So to me, I'm definitely going to stick with those 2 game modes and leave the 3rd game mode out. Hopefully they come up with some new stuff in the game as well as time goes on to keep revisiting it. And I intend to play this game at least live a couple of times a month, and just to sort of get the dust settling in. You know, I want to find my feet, and then I'll probably just play my other extraction shooters in between that as well, because I do love Incursion, I do love Outbreak, and I think there's a lot to be said for those games that this one doesn't quite deliver on. But overall, it's a win. It's another extraction looter shooter that we all love, and I think we're all going to have a great time with it. And I don't really see any downside to saying don't go buy it, don't put it in your wish list, and don't follow it. I can't see a point in that. So I think it's just going to be one of those things that we're all going to have our flavour, we're all going to have our favourites, and we're all going to play the same games because we all love extraction shooters and looter shooters, and we enjoy the challenge and we enjoy the experience. And I personally enjoy sharing my experiences with you guys so that you can, you know, maybe have an online buddy that you can come and watch and hang out with and see struggle. You know, maybe you guys, like I say, are probably 10 times the gamer I am, but I enjoy playing them nonetheless. And I think it is an enjoyable game. I think Guyz have done very well. And again, the back end support, the optimization is by far my favorite thing. If anybody said to me, what did I think about it? I'm going to say the game's ready. Game's ready now. It's actually going to run on everybody's system, and I think most people won't have a problem. There'll be the odd sort of, you know, 5-10%, as there always is. No one can cater for all systems, but I think overall it's ready to go, and you should go download the demo now and try it if you haven't already. And I'm going to leave you with them thoughts. So thank you for joining me, and we will review the game from a Steam perspective when it releases. But I've got the game anyway on from Guyz, the website, on the launcher, so we're going to be coming back and playing it next week anyway via that route on Linux, which will be the first. So we'll come check it out and see if we can get any more frames on Linux and stuff. Peace out, look after yourselves, have a great rest of your day, evening, weekend, wherever you're at. Have a great time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. See you later, guys. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your chat. Piff Kiss, big shout out to you, man. You helped out big time. And we'll see you tomorrow. I've got what am I doing tomorrow? V Rising tomorrow, a completely different style game. And then I've got 2 brand new games coming on Thursday, which I think are unreleased. I'm not really sure. I'll have to check it. But Discord, I'll put Discord links up in the credits. So hang out for a bit and I'll do that. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.